podcastjuice.net.
Crime. Let's get it together. Education. Let's get it together. Marriage. Let's get it together. Politics. Let's get it together. Full circle. Poverty. Let's get it together. Race. Let's get it together. Full circle. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Full Circle Podcast Show, episode number 37. I am Darryl McCullough, the same poet, and as always, I'm joined by the songstress, the sweetest person that I know, but you don't want to cross her because she'll hit you with the one-word text.
Problems.
Yeah.
She'll hit you with the one-word text.
Right.
Sure.
K.
Whatever.
YW.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're also joined by the fitness guru, a very professional, very funny new friend, Erica D. White.
That's me. You didn't recognize me, did you, when he was trying? That's me. That's me.
Is that you?
Where your little Billie Holiday glasses from Lady Sing the Blues?
I did, but they won't go on. Let me see if I can get them on. There we go.
You'd kill me for it, wouldn't you, Billy?
This is professional.
No, the eyes of the mirror to the soul.
We got you, Carnegie Hall. Carnegie Hall.
Miss Sassafras.
Oh, my God.
Now, we have joining us, our special returning in-studio guest is Toledo jazz vocalist and recording artist, the beautiful, talented, and my friend, very close friend, Ramona Collins. We're honored to have you in the studio again with us.
Oh, spirit figure.
It is such a pleasure. I am so excited to be here. I'm not going to say a word.
I'm so glad to have you here. I need you to say everything.
I can't.
I think you can. You can wear my glasses if you need.
I can't.
So let's get ready to have another fun and exciting show from the perspective of a liberal, conservative, and independent state of mind. Today's topic that was picked by our special calling guest, the author, the activist, and actress, Erin L. Sands. You remember her from television appearances in NYPD Blue, the Wayans Brothers, the Parkers, and the movie appearance in the 1993 cult classic,
y'all.
Menace to Society. Another film that Darryl thought was better than Boys in the Hood, but he wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. She was the character Elena. And Erica chose for us to discuss Donald Trump after 100 days in office. Ooh, okay. Erin will join us for our conversation.
Erica who?
Erin will join us for our conversation later in the show.
Is that the topic? I didn't know that.
Erin chose us, so let's get stretched out.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, this is going to be one.
I don't know.
Come here, Darryl. Put your chin right there so I can practice.
Oh, so you see why this is why we sit on separate ends of the table.
I don't understand.
You dark, you don't bruise.
Why is it that no one wanted to sit by me? Erica drew the shortest straw. I don't appreciate that.
It's horrible. Light-skinned people always get shorter in everything.
See, what had happened was,
it's true.
I'm just trying.
Well, I'm left-handed. That's why I'm over here.
Girl,
I'm glad. Think if you were light-skinned and left-handed.
I'm just trying to stay. I'm just trying to stay saved.
You'll be okay.
So
you'll be all right. I got the. Carmen told me don't bring in no cheap wine because Ramona's going to be here. And I got the expensive water. This water cost me $5.
Cheers. I didn't put mine in a fancy little water bottle.
Listen.
And Carmen got alcoholic.
I brought the glass that I'm going to need tonight.
And mine has a straw because real women sip. They don't gulp. Hey.
I sip to keep my lipstick on. I
Sip.
used to do.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids. Kids.
So before we begin, we want to thank everybody for all the shout outs and for listening.
That kind of show.
Yes,
really?
ma'am.
I thought we were discussing flowers in May. I didn't know we were going to be
flowers in May.
I did.
Well, we want to thank everybody for sharing all of our episodes and also for liking our Facebook page and subscribing to the YouTube channel. You don't want to forget to check out the Podcast Juice Network. This site has great information for Prince fans and also other podcast shows, including ours, The Michael Dean Show, and The Prince Podcast. That's the kind of thing that we really, really want to promote. That's right. Our fellow podcasters. They make what we do special.
family.
And you know we're working on something, Carmen. We can't
podcasters and me.
we can't speak about it right now, but the Full Circle Podcast Show is working on something.
It's secret.
Super secret.
And also, we want to thank our sponsors the people who make this show possible. Our sponsors, Giovanna Boudreau of Fit Thick Girls.
Big shout out.
All
Sorry, I
right.
just gotta do that.
You know what? And that's what I'm saying.
I need to call her. Give me her number too. When
I'm
we get done
telling
here.
you.
I need to call her.
Erica
have her phone number.
has a kinship.
Bone thickness. Going in.
Health conscious women who struggle with losing weight and want to build a fitness regime, please visit Fit Thick Girls at www.fitthickgirls.com and check out Giovanna's blog, fitness tips, as well as items that you can purchase from her clothing line. We'd also like to thank Marmite Records, our home,
Big E.
a label produced and owned by Eric Sills of Stone
And
Soup.
Eric, we love you so much.
We really do.
What is up with where
Ooh,
did
wow.
the voice come from?
I need that in my life.
Ooh, I like that.
Wait.
You gulped. You gulped.
Wait,
You didn't
whoa.
sip.
Whoa.
Going back to
Press pause.
I'm going back to my night job later here. I'll be
Girl,
speaking on the phone.
did you get husky on us? Okay.
Thank you, Eric. I don't think that.
See, I sound like a
No, you sound like a
man.
transvestite.
I know I sound like a transvestite. I can't even do it right.
She wants some sex on it. Okay.
Wow.
Vocal cords.
Any of you singers or musicians
Stop
looking to
it.
record in a world-class
Stop it.
studio, please visit www.stonesouprec.com or check them out on Facebook at the Stone Soup Recording Studios. Like the page.
Send nudes.
We have more open slots for sponsors, so if you're
Absolutely.
interested, contact us at fullcirclepodcastshow@gmail.com. Come on in. All right.
Nice job, Steve Breezy. Boy, I feel the energy. This is
Yeah, it's
okay,
gonna be
Darryl,
one of those
don't
days.
let us down, okay?
I'm frightened.
I know.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun.
I am so frightened. I am.
Let's get into it,
Drink more
Darryl.
wine. You
About to ruin my entire reputation. I worked so hard to get here with y'all.
Girl, look, if they haven't disowned you yet.
That's right. That's right.
But I've never done anything like this.
Girl.
Oh.
First time for everything.
Well, let's get to talking about what's going on in the world, Darryl. Give the brief overview before we get into the meat of the show.
Okay. Well, let's talk about last podcast. Our last podcast was "Are You Being Leased? Dating 101," and let's just say that was one for the books.
Oh, yes.
I thought it was a really great show. We're right around 800 downloads right now.
Oh, wow. Already.
And you know what we did? We did a teaser video. We never did that before, and that worked really well
Nice.
with almost 400 views.
Okay.
So that was cool. Something happened to me today.
What happened? What happened?
I was profiled.
Okay, wait. Darryl, I don't know if you own a mirror or not, but I have to tell you a secret. Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah, what is it?
Profiled you the first time we
You
saw
two
you.
are black.
Oh my goodness.
Did you know that?
Who too?
Darryl, he's black.
As well as the rest
I thought
of
it was vitiligo.
Okay,
What?
Darryl.
In
No,
reverse.
No, Michael is not.
right.
Okay, now listen.
You're the whitest black guy I know.
That's what's so shocking to me. What happened? I'm sitting there waiting for the elevator. This woman who comes in, white lady, happened to be white. She looks at me.
How old was she?
Let's just say 50.
Certain age.
That's important to know.
She looked
Yes.
at me, then looked at the doors for the stairs, and took the stairs.
Oh.
Do you know how racist you have to be to want to climb 8 flights of stairs?
Rather than get
I
on the
really
elevator.
hate
Maybe
blacks.
she just
I
wanted
hate
to be
the
in
blacks.
shape. I think I think you want someone to be racist against you.
You
I
know
think
what?
she wanted to just work out
I
the
would
stairs. okay?
love to give her the benefit.
Darryl, I think she just was in a hurry and didn't have time to look
Okay,
at
but
the
I was
elevator.
so mad. Listen, I was so mad. But I was so mad. That hurt me.
Wait.
And
I heard what you said.
Listen, I
Okay,
was
that's
so
it.
hurt.
It's wine time.
I was so hurt
Oh my goodness.
that later on that day, one of the cleaning guys, one of the black cleaning guys was standing by the elevator waiting for the elevator, and I looked at him.
Did you take
And then
the-
I took the stairs.
You're terrible.
No, let me tell you what happened here,
He's
Darryl.
a horrible person.
She
Can you
she
explain
took the
this,
stairs
Erica?
and you happened to be be black that time, because I don't think she took the stairs because you're black, because you are like what is that word we call people like Darryl?
Crazy.
They're safe.
Crazy.
Well, crazy.
Why would you
safe.
say that?
Did you?
You live in
Just my
Lenawee
feeling.
County. I mean,
Just my feeling. I don't know.
I thought you were going to say beige. I really did.
I think you just happen to be black and she took the stairs. She would
Well-
have taken the stairs with anyone.
Well, I was
wait a
offended.
minute.
That's all I'm saying.
I
was
don't
offended.
know. I mean,
you
I'm
feel
just saying.
you feel that way. I have gone to the mall. I'm a female. And people have clicked. I heard door locks clicking because I walked past their car like I'm going to steal purses and stuff.
That's because they
And I
had
had to
weave,
point
good
out-
weave in their car and they didn't know when they walked by if you were going to try to break in. That's
Well,
all
I
it
knocked
was.
on
They
the
had weave
window.
in there.
I
Let
knocked
me
on
tell
the
you
window and
something.
said I don't steal purses on Thursdays, and I walked away. So just to let her know.
I like to give people.
But you're black.
Whenever I feel profiled, I like to give people the benefit of a doubt and a good old fashioned boogity boogity boogity.
Stop.
So listen.
This can't go on. It has to stop.
So let's move into politics.
Even though the show is going to be a political
All about.
show,
Do you really want to do
I
this?
can't be
we'll,
wasting
we'll,
my
we'll
stuff.
just go easy.
You really want to do this now?
Let's go easy. You know what?
Let's ease into it. Yes.
Okay.
I got some bad news though.
What's
What?
up?
I just found out. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Steely Dan fan.
I
ain't
did know
mad at
that.
you for
I
that.
did know that. Yes.
I'm not mad at you for that. I like Steely Dan.
I
and
just found
yes.
out that Donald Fagen is a liberal.
Absolutely. You just found that out.
I just found that out.
Wow.
Now, the reason why I found it out was because Todd Rundgren, another singer that I really like, he and Donald Fagen did a duet. It's called Tinfoil Hat. It's a new CD out.
I like that.
And it's an anti-Trump song.
I'm enjoying that concept already.
I don't like that. That's
I
wrong.
think I'm gonna have to buy that.
What don't you like about it? I'm
It's
confused.
wrong. Listen. Okay, now this is what it said here. He says, keep away. He's telling to people who are
Can you
Trump
sing it,
supporters.
please? Can you sing
He
it?
says, keep away. Do not come to my show because
not
you won't
mad.
have a good time.
I'm not mad at him.
It says, let the buyer beware. And if you're, basically he wants people, if you're not man enough, civil enough to admit that you made a mistake voting for Trump,
Exactly.
don't come to my concert. I don't appreciate that.
and there will be more tickets for the rest of us. Yes.
Yes.
You know what? I
I
found.
appreciate his honesty.
Can I,
really
can
do.
I tell you something that I found? I found that one of the greatest marketing tools for any artist is to be anti-Trump now. Take a look at how much business has been done for plays like Hamilton and all of the artists that have taken a stand against him have their sales have
And
skyrocketed.
George Bush.
Let me
Bush
tell you
was
something.
also
What about
skyrocketed.
Chrisette Michelle? Did her?
She supported Trump, so.
Well, I'm saying,
Michelle?
did it work for Chrisette Michelle? She sang at the.
Oh no! Let me tell you something.
Remember that?
You can't find a Chrisette Michelle CD. It's in bargain bin at Walmart, Target. It's in that $5 little bin in the front.
And guess where she made her album at? China.
I'm paying you to be entertained.
Poor baby.
I'm not
Everybody else that
paying
came
for
from
your
China.
Excuse me.
your political.
Are we getting paid for this? Nobody told me. I'm not getting paid.
I'm saying when I go to
the
a
hell?
concert, I want to hear you sing. I don't want to hear you rant about.
Then don't go to the
Then
concert,
don't go
Darryl.
to
He
the
already
concert.
told you.
He did. It's
He
fair
already
warning.
told
But
you.
look how many political songs there are now. Come on, Darryl. You're
But okay, it's like this. Now,
It's
look.
Do you
fair
sing the Black
warning.
National
Look
Anthem?
at-
I'm just
look
gonna
at-
know. Do you sing the
Lift
Black National
every
Anthem?
vo-
Do you sing-
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know the third verse? No, third?
I don't know the first verse. What are you talking about?
Oh my Lord.
You know the bridge?
Why would you say mm?
Oh Jesus.
And I'm
your
gonna
finger
tell you
off my
something.
stuff then.
I'm gonna tell you
Jesus
something.
be a mirror.
I'm gonna go back to the last
Let
show.
this man know he is
I
black.
said something about my first crushes on the last show about Marsha Brady being my first crush, and you said, why am I not surprised?
You're just
Why
like
would
a
you say
woman.
that?
You bring up stuff that I didn't forgot all
Jesus
about.
be
I
a
know.
mirror.
Darryl.
I
We
really
should go on the
honestly
Steve
don't
Harvey show.
think
That's
you
what needs to
know.
happen.
I know.
I honestly don't think that you know what you look like, bruh. Have you ever watched any of our shows?
Well,
I'm just saying.
Your hair curly in the back too. Your stuff don't lay down.
You know what?
I'm gonna try to bring it up to the front pretty soon. Can I get one of those napkins?
Hey, dude, don't
Can I get one of
my
Ramona's?
coffee.
I knew they would be.
I asked, can I
I
get
knew
one
they
of
would be.
Ramona's?
I'm going to segue here since we're talking about entertainers. As we mentioned earlier, we were trying to have the exact same guests for our after the Donald Trump inauguration, but now working off of that same outline, basically. I saw that during the time when we were talking about Boys in the Hood, Didn't Cuba Gooding start filing for divorce from his wife then?
Yeah, during that
Let's
show that we had.
Let's keep it correct. No, let's not put out any.
Oh yeah, help me out now.
It's Cuba Gooding Jr.
Junior.
Yes, make sure
I like. Hold on.
make sure you
hold
make
on
that
now.
distinction.
Hold on. Now I like his daddy.
You know his daddy.
liked
You know his
his
daddy
daddy.
passed away.
Yeah, you liked
Yes,
his daddy.
I liked his
Yes,
daddy.
you know, his
I
dad.
liked his daddy.
Ain't it
Cuba-
great?
rolling
Cuba
down the
is
mountainside.
Cuba
I
is
liked
you.
his daddy.
Hey,
I'm-
wait a minute. Where you
I'm
going? Remember that song? I don't want to be lonely.
Yeah.
Just don't wanna be
Shoot.
lonely.
Yep. So yeah, he died.
Yes, he
He
did.
passed away.
Yeah.
Gosh,
I'm
you-
just saying.
Well,
I
my
liked
fault.
He,
him.
passed, he died. He's
I-
not a goldfish.
I liked him more
my
than I
goodness.
like his son.
I sense some tension here at the table, and I think we need to work on that.
That voice, though. Can I borrow that? When I get home, I'll be like, put on for my husband. He'll know what else. I don't make
You know
those
what?
voices.
Okay.
And that is kind of where we were going with this, the fact that Cuba Gooding Sr. passed at 72. It's just kind of one of those things, that little serendipitous
He was
moment.
still handsome, though. He was.
Yeah, we forgot to talk
Yes,
about
he
that
was.
on that last show.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to give any comments. I don't think him
Yeah.
nor his son.
And let me see what else
Well, I should
happened.
say attractive, because handsome is not necessarily attractive is not necessarily how you look. It may have nothing to do
Okay,
with how
I
you
agree with
look.
that.
You know
I
what I'm
agree
saying?
with
that. Yeah.
Because there are
That-
things about men that
I
you will
mean,
say
'cause there's some
the
ugly
way he
people with
walked
some
in the
hot-
room. That's attractive
What
to
is
me.
they call it?
Yeah.
A settler and a reacher? Is that what you guys
That's
call
what
it?
I said, a settler
Okay,
and a reacher.
right.
There's
There's
always
settler.
one
That's right.
It's true.
Wow. Now,
Which are you, Darryl?
this I
Oh,
am
he reaching.
I'm a watcher.
He
I'm a
reaching
girl-
like a mug.
I'm a girl
I don't
watcher.
even know
Settler.
why I asked you.
He's a settler.
Karen, Karen, I don't even know what you said.
I'm a girl watcher watching girls go by.
I hope it's women and not girls.
Hey.
Okay, because that'll
I'm a
get you in
girl
jail.
watcher.
Let me have you correct that.
Say, wait, what?
He said girls.
Oh, that's a song. We
It's
wrote
a
this-
song.
I think you need to say
If you didn't
women.
listen to none but Mary J. Blige,
MJ.
it's a song.
I know
sorry.
you're not saying nothing bad about
My
Mary
fault.
Blige.
My
I
fault.
will scratch
Hold,
you.
hold on, no. Hold
You'll
on.
get
you.
you'll get
Press
scratched.
pause. Press pause.
I think we might need to take a break.
She said press pause.
Because
You say nothing about Mary J.
I love her, but
How did we
I'm
get on
trying.
Mary J.
I am
Blige?
trying to just figure out what key she sings in.
Monkey.
She said,
What did
Guys.
you say?
Okay,
oh my God.
Moving.
I love MJ. How you going to say anything about
girl.
And I didn't mean that in a bad way.
She's
Girl.
singing that sexy voice you do.
No, that's not a
I
thing.
don't know singing, but I like Mary
But Mary
J.
J has to use auto tuning, so that in itself
Oh
is a
my
problem.
goodness.
Wow.
I don't remember.
Okay. We-
Now,
ladies
now,
and gentlemen,
oh my
we are not
gosh.
talking about singers. We don't do that here.
I know.
They do everything else, but they don't do that.
and I want
Girl.
what you and Carmen get. Can I have some of that wine before you guys drink it all?
You
Can
don't
I
have a
have
cup. What you going to do? Take it to the head?
Can I have some of that Beaujolais? Yeah, I'll take it to the head.
I don't know, Darryl.
I am a one.
I don't
I
know
am a
if there's-
one woman man.
I don't know if there's enough for
He's a
everyone.
one-woman man.
That's what all the
Do
reachers
y'all
say.
I was a-
All the reachers are one woman
No.
man. 'Cause you
Gerald
luckily got that
is-
one.
Have you heard that song?
I
I'm
was
not-
a, I was
I'm
a
not
virgin.
Gerald is
I was a virgin when I got married.
I'm not sure there's enough for everyone, Darryl.
Listen, we got to call it
Between
on.
Carmen singing and you saying you're a virgin when you get married, my ears, I mean, right now, my eyes hurt too.
We got to call her on
I don't even wanna
because
imagine
it's
that.
something I want to talk about for a quick second.
What's
Oh,
that?
what's that? What's that?
I took the kids. We went to go see Gardens of the Galaxy.
Oh, did you like it?
It
Did
was
you like
great.
it?
Yes.
It was okay.
It was great.
I'm a superhero kind of guy.
You should have went to see
I'm
it.
not that, but it was funny. The kids loved it.
Oh, did
now, the other thing that's going on is anybody familiar with the MotorCon,
Motor City Comic Con? Oh, yeah.
Of
Oh,
course.
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go and we got a caller on. Caller, you there?
Who are the keynotes this year?
What's your name, please, and tell people where you're calling from.
This is Imani Latif. I'm calling from Toledo, Ohio.
Hi, Money. I know
This
him.
is your
do
boy's.
too.
This is your girl's husband.
Yes. Our friend, a friend of our show, Megan Yasu Davis. Imani is her husband, and we just want to welcome him to the show.
Isn't he a graphic designer and a
Yes,
bunch
he
of other
is.
stuff?
So super talented.
Yes.
You guys
Now-
are like an Uber couple.
Now,
Yeah, we
Nice to
trying.
hear from you.
Now, I'm planning on going to this Motor City Comic Con, and
Are you getting dressed up?
I am going to get dressed up.
Yes. What are you dressing up as?
No, I'm not.
Wonder Woman.
I'm a nerd, but I'm not a nerd.
Oh.
Now my son goes in New York. He goes to Comic-Con in New York, and they dress up.
See?
They do.
You're just not a true fan.
So what I'm going to do, I was going to go, and then somebody said, I said, how much is it? $10, $15.
Oh my God.
$40.
Whatever.
Yeah,
That's
15
still a
Victorians.
bargain.
I mean, is Steely Dan going to be there?
Imani,
$40.
Imani, who are the keynotes this year? Do you know? What?
At the Motor City Comic Con?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the Motor City Comic Con. That's the one that's up in Detroit. I've been working with another one in Detroit called the Motor City Black Age of Comics.
Nice.
Do you have one where it's not just, it's going to be a lot of blacks there?
Daryl's not
my
going to be
God.
showing up.
Yeah.
He's going to take the stairs like the white lady.
Yeah. This is going to be a event that features black comic book creators that are working work with Marvel and DC, but also a lot of independent.
Awesome.
Now that's cool. Now when is that? When is that?
Why are you not going?
This will be in November.
Oh,
okay.
excellent.
You're going to go where black people are in.
Now, with that,
As long as they have stairs.
now with
Okay.
that,
I guess I
are
can do
you
that. I believe
one
you
of the
can.
architects of the event?
I'm helping to sponsor it.
Okay.
So yeah, I've definitely had my hands in promoting that event up in Detroit, and I just recently
Nice.
did co-sponsored an event at the Toledo Library. Actually,
Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
what was that? What was that one called?
we called it the Glass City Black Comic Arts Festival.
Nice.
Nice. I know.
Or
Props, man.
We call
Props.
it GCBC.
All right.
DC.
Now, you know what? One of the things.
Which branch was that held at?
It was at the downtown.
Oh, downtown,
main
okay.
branch.
I'm not sure why we
We had about
didn't do that,
200
but
people. That was in
It's
February.
okay.
That's the
Wow,
first time you did it?
cool.
Is this the first time you
Yes,
did
it was
it?
our first year, and
That's pretty good for a first time.
and like I just saw recently that and that the Ann Arbor Library is looking to do a similar event. So I want to believe that they saw
There's black people.
what
That's
we did
wonderful.
down
Ann
here in
Arbor,
Toledo.
bruh, I really
Yeah.
wish you would pick someplace else. Ann Arbor is so liberal. Oh my goodness.
Whatever.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not. You know what? That's
It's
not.
so-
That's,
and that's
not
a
where,
good thing.
That's not
That's
where
a
we are
good
yet.
thing.
I'm
There's
ready.
so many
That's
interracial
just-
couples in
that's
Ann
not
Arbor.
where
I love
we,
it.
That's not where we are yet, Daryl.
Say
Oh,
that
I'm
about
sorry.
the, you
Okay.
can say that
Alright.
about
So-
the West End. What are you talking about?
So what I want to
Sorry.
ask you, Imani, what I want to ask you
Yeah.
is, as far as the upcoming event, what can someone expect out of that experience?
Well, they can definitely expect to meet and interact with African American comic book creators that are building their own storylines and publishing
good.
their own books. What I learned from my event is that there are a lot of people, a lot of young people, people all ages that are
Right.
interested in actually creating comic books.
Right.
And what we learned is that the vast majority of people that came to my event, they were ready to learn how to
That's great.
do this. So this is definitely another opportunity to really talk to professionals. I talked to a young man, a couple people that were, they were in college,
Right.
but they were very much interested in getting in the industry, and they were able to talk with some individuals that had some experience, freelancing and working with larger publishers.
Yeah.
So giving them tips as to,
Now,
how to
seeing,
approach their curriculum and their, the things like that to prepare them for a career in the comic book industry. So,
excellent.
I think it's good that you're doing that because I remember when I was a kid, Archie and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's great if we can see comic books that reflect us as people so that it eventually becomes the norm and it's not just something that we're observers of and we're not, actually participating in it. So I think that's great because, if there are more black comics out there, black comic books, I would even read them just to see, where things are going.
Well,
so I
see,
think it's
you
great.
can
that
just
you're
read
doing
Marvel. Marvel
well,
has.
what's happening now with
Marvel
the
is
comic
very-
books?
But I'm saying it's not the norm yet.
Because
Right.
of
Only-
Obama. What's his
Lord.
name? What's his last name?
How did we get there?
You know
Obama
what?
has nothing to do
Obama
with
is
this.
his last
How
name.
did
Stop
we- how
it.
did we
There are a lot of
God.
comic books that they're
Listen.
bringing. They were white people. They made them black. There is
White
a lot
people
of.
can't become black people. They
Daryl,
get tan.
Daryl.
It's the way
what-
they draw them that make them. They looks like they just put
What's
brown.
happening?
noses are
paint them
the
brown.
same
What's
size.
happening
Yeah, the
is
noses and the facial
noses are
features.
the same.
Daryl
You know
is
what I'm
afraid
saying?
of inclusivity when it comes to the world
He's afraid of a
comics.
lot of things, apparently.
Um,
But
Well,
he
you know,
doesn't
it's
want any
interesting.
race
That's-
mixing. It's confusing me.
that's an interesting correlation. I never put those two things together, but
Yeah.
I would to a degree, I think that does kind of make sense. Since there's we had a black president, then they turned around and made, Captain America black.
Yeah, I mean, seriously? Seriously?
Well, I will say
No,
this.
they made
They did, and
They just did it
I will say this.
But they weren't
because
really
of
because of
Barack
facial
Obama.
features.
He had a pug nose.
Now,
I'm partial.
you'd be surprised, like one of the.
I'm partial to Chris Evans as Steve Rogers.
right.
I'm so partial.
Shirtless.
No.
I assume shirtless.
I think Wonder Woman.
Well,
should be
I tell you,
black.
I appreciate that
Wonder
to a
Woman
certain
should
degree,
be
but I
black.
just don't want him to overdo
Wonder
it.
Woman should look like Michelle Obama.
Yes, I agree with that one.
What I
Bringing back
wanted-
Luke Cage and stuff like that. I mean, it's good. It's a good thing. I'm not gonna lie.
What I wanted to say or say to you as far as what it sounds like your event's going to be, I think that's very useful to people who not only love comics but also want to learn about the industry. A lot of the conventions only take a look at the fan aspect without actually being, open to sharing the technical pieces. Will there be anyone there that will be able to employ young artists?
Now, that's a great question. I know that a couple of people that came to my event, they work with a lot of other illustrators. So I definitely would say, there's some opportunities to meet, independent publishers that are looking to work with other artists.
Excellent.
But it's like there was a great story that came out of our last event. It was that there was a gentleman that I've known for years, that my wife has known for years. He was like a fantastic, artist, traditional artist.
Yeah.
He creates these really amazing paintings.
Yeah.
And come to find out that in his spare time, while he's like, when he gets off of work from he said he had a security job. He get off of work and he would draw comic books.
Wow.
And he had never been published.
Wow.
He had never worked with anybody. He brought his boards to the event. His brother had called him up, said, "You got to come down to this event. They're doing a black comic book thing at the library." He showed up, and he came with a portfolio, and the artists that were there were just blown away
Wow.
by the amount of detail he had in his work. And he had never been published professionally, but he has professional grade skills. Like, he could be working for a Marvel or DC. That's how skilled he was.
Awesome.
But he had never. He had no idea how to approach the process of being published or working with a publisher or anything like that. So it was like, I would definitely, I'm definitely looking to capitalize off of opportunities like that, giving people the opportunities to learn more about, the whole process and, being in the business.
I think, Imani, I think there are more people like that because I know a lot of folks who can draw, who are artists like you wouldn't believe, and it's just like, well, I just do that, but they don't know that there is, with an organization like yours and the things you all are doing, that you can steer people, to how to make this a business or how to become very involved in these stuff, and then when if you connect with Ann Arbor.
Not Ann Arbor.
As
Go on.
liberal as he thinks it is, Ann Arbor is a great, any place, Detroit, Ann Arbor, wherever, because even if we started here in the Midwest where it becomes a big thing, you're going to network with other people throughout the country. And I think that it is time that looking at a comic book with black characters in it, I'm waiting for Michelle to be Wonder Woman, but we'll get to that, I'm
Oh,
sure.
wow.
But I'm
That-
just
that's
saying.
why-
That's where my business. I didn't get a chance to actually mention what my business is. It's like my business is called Peep Game Comics with an X.
Yeah.
PeepGameComics.com. I carry over 200 titles, all by all by black comic book creators, independent comic book creators and
That's
publishers.
great.
And it's and I was just having this conversation today. Like, this is actually an international business because the vast majority, I'm networking with not just creators from around the country. I also have creators that are actually from the African continent that sell on my website.
All right.
I've got purchases from Europe and from the African continent
that's
as
great.
well.
That's what I'm talking about. We want to thank you.
But it's a great resource also for like someone who's they just created a comic book and they want to see how well it will sell.
Yeah.
Right.
You can sell it on my website and
Right.
generate a fan base around what you.
That's
Now,
great.
now
Really
Imani,
cool.
now
Really
Imani,
cool.
you and I are cool. You do know my son is an illustrator, right?
Carmen, how many children do you have?
It's the
I
same
didn't know
one.
that.
Her quiver is
Every
full.
every child.
I'm
is
going to
creative.
hook you up with my son.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have him send his work your way.
Are you trying to enrich yourself through this podcast?
This sounds like nepotism to
yeah.
me. But,
Wow.
Well, I'm not a Trump, so I got to do it best way possible. Anyway, we want to thank you so much for sharing your information. How can people reach out to you other than just the website? How can people reach out to you?
Well, my email, Imani Lateef, IMANI Lateef, LATEEF, as in Frank, @gmail.com. And I'm also on social media. You can find me on Facebook under Imani Lateef. You can find me on Twitter under Imani Lateef. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram under PG Comics, under Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Cool.
Great.
Thank you so much for being
Awesome,
with
man.
us.
Thanks
We
for calling
appreciate
in.
you.
Money.
Nice talking to
Thank
you.
you, guys. Yes, nice talking to you, too.
All right. So, Darryl, I think
Lord
is
have
there
mercy.
another holiday that
Yeah.
has come up?
Yeah, we got it. I think
No.
That, excuse me, that
no.
you made up. I meant to say that you made up.
No. Can we just skip this
No,
part
we
this time?
don't.
No, it's-
He's
it's-
got
I think, Carmen, you feed into this.
Not what
you
it
try
is
to
is-
pretend that you don't like it, but you like it.
No,
Look how she's holding her wine glass.
He makes it up, and I just want to hear.
I
I
don't-
want to hear some new alternative
First
facts
off,
today.
I got two things I want to say.
What?
Number one, they're not made up. Number two, I should have got the Carlo Rossi wine. They still make that when it's a big old.
You mean the gallon or the 2
He's
liter
talking
bottle?
about. He's talking about box
Do
wine.
they make
Box
wine?
wine is for thoughts.
Do they make wine in a trough?
Box wine.
What?
Oh, Lord.
What?
What? Box wine.
That wasn't very nice.
No,
I'm sorry.
We've got to do better in
I'm
talking
not
to each other.
I'm sorry.
understanding where he's getting. He asks
know.
us though. He asks us if somebody has a problem.
I didn't say anything.
I don't understand.
You the one spent $20 on the wine glass.
This was a gift.
It was a gift, she
This
told
was
me.
a gift. This was my Mother's
Okay.
Day gift, and it's
What's
finally
wrong with spending $20
a
on wine?
wine glass
Excuse me, miss.
that fits my needs.
Bring home the
Excuse
bacon
me,
and fry it in a
miss.
pan.
I don't fry bacon, actually.
I use my
This
new
is
wave
bacon's
oven.
fat
I
for you.
toss. Well, I can't say toss salad.
I use
I
my-
mean,
oh,
I was just like, I make salad with
Wait
that.
a minute.
I
Wait a
know,
minute.
wrong choice of words. You're rubbing off on me.
Oh,
You
Lord.
use sizzling.
Oh Lord.
Remember that? Sizzling.
I don't know anything about that.
Actually, I do. I don't fry bacon, but go ahead.
Okay. Well,
So what is
this
this
holiday?
bogus
now,
holiday?
Listen, they got a lot of stuff going on. They changed their website. You can find information about all these
changed
holidays
their
at
website?
I don't think it's a thing.
REALLYDARRYL.com.
Really, Darryl? Really, Darryl?
Did you just spell your name?
No, that's what the name of the website.
Nepotism between you and Carmen tonight.
Really, Darryl?
No.
Really?
You can also call them at Beechwood 45789.
Send nudes, right?
So, what is it that we're
today's
doing
national
today?
Here's the
holiday.
line. You can call me up and have a date any old time. Don't forget that part.
Well, okay, I'm just that's what they say.
It says
Now,
send nudes on your
It
My
says
Rolettes
here.
are not feeling you right
Oh, my
now.
Lord.
Today's national holiday is stop counting the years that you've been sober.
What's that mean?
Stop counting the years you've been
Is that
sober.
really
Dave.
necessary?
I firmly support this holiday.
No.
Listen, that's like me introducing myself saying, hey, this is Darryl. 5 years,
That's because
no
it's a support
adultery.
group. It's a
Wait,
support
you
group.
said how long have
They
you
do
been
that at
married
Weight
though?
Watchers
No
also.
adultery. How do
23
we-
years.
He
I'm
said
just,
Adultery?
I'm
Hold on,
using
get
an
there.
analogy.
Did
This is an
you all
analogy.
are not listening to what's
Wait a
going
minute.
on here.
It's an analogy.
How did we get to adultery? We
I
started
know.
out with
We started out with
drinking.
sober. They
Oh,
do this
Lord.
at Weight Watchers, and that is a positive thing.
Oh Lord.
After 1 year, let it go. Don't count.
I don't think that's a thing.
Do adulterers really go to
I'm not-
support groups?
I'm not gonna-
I'm just
I'm
wondering,
not-
or do they go to little
Yes,
private rooms?
yes, we do.
And send
I
messages.
mean,
where
I
the
heard
stuff
they do. Yes,
disappears?
they do.
Club called Cheaters.
Right.
Anyway.
Sir, step away from the
That's-
car. Can we talk to you real quick? Can we talk to you real quick? That's what,
Yeah, that guy.
Now, don't get
hey,
upset.
come over here. Come over
Don't
here.
get
Come over
upset.
here. Don't get upset. Hey, let me
Karen.
talk over for a second.
Hey, you-
I saw you
Oh
on
my
there.
God.
I saw that episode
I'm
you were
gonna,
on too. Karen
I'm-
beat your butt.
I'm gonna.
I don't mess around. Can you please stop doodling?
I'm gonna.
Would you stop? Keep your eye on your own. I'm an active listener.
I'm gonna.
Why are you looking at my
sit
stuff?
both of them in the
Because that's
corner.
funny.
Anybody else doodling?
I don't doodle. I actually.
So
write
are we?
when I'm-
Are we ready to get into the
I'm ready.
topic, hon?
I'm ready.
And you know what? Darryl said he made us all copies tonight. I want our audience to know. And he said that he couldn't make color copies, but look at his stuff.
Wait a second.
So
First
Look
of all,
now look at ours. We got black and white, and Darryl
which we
has
can
color.
hardly read,
I
by the
know,
way.
But yours is in color.
How convenient.
convenient.
That's
Like
what you
Kinko's
liberals
ain't on
want.
the
That's
way.
what you liberals want. You want black and white. I got you what you want.
No, that's not true. We want equity.
We wanted to have the same thing you got.
We want equity. That's called equity.
See, that's
Sorry,
what-
kids.
That's what's wrong.
And I'm afraid
I'm
that
really mad
that's
your
not
stuff is in color.
that's
That's
not
what's wrong. There's
something
no
that
fair distribution of paperwork.
You know what it is? He don't want us to see the colors he got up here for Trump. He got his own little chart, and ours is in black and white, so we can't really
We
tell.
can't even read
Well,
it.
Oh, we got the
I just
Spicer
want
now.
us to go off of the facts because I
What's
know
the
you're going to
lady that's
speak your.
the black lady that's always making the faces? We got her copy, and he got Spicer's copy.
Hey, we
Which
got the
black lady?
Maxine Waters
Yes,
copy.
we got the Maxine Waters copy.
Well,
Yes.
Maxine ain't playing with y'all.
Go ahead.
Auntie Maxine is gonna have
With the good wig.
let him have it.
Did you
that
see
good
her?
wig.
Did you see her on
She
the
switched
award
the
show
wig
the
up.
other
Did you
night?
notice
The MTV Awards.
She took
Yes,
her
I
wig
did.
off.
Maxine
No,
came out there.
she had
and
a
was,
new wig.
Maxine was working it.
Yes,
She
she
had on a nice
was.
black dress.
She had that new wig.
She did.
Did
And
you
she
see-
looked good. Oh, she was
She
on
looked
MTV.
good.
That wig was
Can I
tight.
tell you something? That
Does she
woman
wig
is
on-
73 years old.
Does
She
she
looks
still,
still
good.
killing
does she
it.
still
She
look like
looks
James
good.
She
Brown?
does look good.
She does look good. What
Does she
did
still
you
look
say?
like James Brown?
No,
Okay, that's it.
I'm
Wait a
afraid.
minute.
Ramona,
Ramona, hold on.
Okay,
I'm in the
okay.
middle here. You gonna stop that?
Don't.
Ramona, don't.
You
leave.
ain't got to get down, Ramona. You ain't got to get
We're
down yet.
not going to demonize
Just pick Darryl
and
up and go-
denigrate Maxine Waters. Is that her
right.
name?
Okay. She got.
I'm not even gonna look at the time. I'm gonna stop looking at the clock. Ramona's here. Forget it. Let's just everybody just wing it.
Let's start going through. Let's tick off these things that you've manufactured.
Did you make this up yourself?
No, I didn't manufacture it. I got it off of Fox News.
You got it off fake news. Fox
Okay,
is
so-
news. If you say that one more time, it's Fox Entertainment. If we're gonna do one thing right, we're gonna call them what they are. It's Fox
Fox
Entertainment.
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give the floor
Or
to
the Fox
Carmen.
Comedy Hour, depending
I'm gonna
on
let
how you
Carmen
look at it.
speak her piece.
Okay,
Now,
so where we are-
today's
And I'm
topic,
gonna be the fact checker.
Today's topic is Donald
Danny
Trump after
Woodstock.
100 days in office.
Okay.
Carmen, how do you feel about this?
Starting with the very first moments of inauguration, we are at a place where we are at a we
It was Carmen.
Mine is turned off.
we are at a place of
I hear
a
buzzing or tapping.
constitutional crisis.
Who's cell phone?
Whose cell phone is by?
It's Carmen.
Carmen.
That iPhone 5.
Right. It's
know
a
what?
6, and thank you very much.
Some things don't
Okay,
make no
let's
sense.
It's
let's
a
go
bomb.
through. Let's go
Lord have
through
mercy.
what's going
Okay,
on. And
recap.
And I
Let me
I-
first apologize to our listening audience. Carmen had her bomb sitting next to the thing because she wanted Brett and Darryl, so we're gonna have her start over now.
I'll go
ahead.
through this.
And Carmen is almost through with her wine, ladies and
I'll
gentlemen.
go through this
So it's
point
about to
by
get
point.
real.
Daryl, based on your candidate.
Darryl,
Um,
don't start spitting on me.
what
Carmen.
we're doing right now is we find ourselves at a constitutional crisis. You have a man in office who has committed what is tantamount to treason. The most recent news that has come out is that he has shared highly classified information with Russian dignitaries. Russian dignitaries that under any other administration would not be welcomed in the White House after the National Security Advisory and all of our national security organizations having found that they tampered with our election. This is not a place of normality. We find ourselves basically with a lack of viable and legitimate government. You have a GOP that has been impotent in reining in a despot. This man has the goal of increasing the military in order to create what's called a slow motion coup. Donald Trump is not safe. He's a dangerous man. He's unstable. He is the father of lies. And his entire platform and regime is based on lies.
I think what bothers
Okay.
me is that people say, well, he's decisive and we needed someone who's decisive.
No.
There's a difference between being decisive and impulsive.
And this is the problem with being impulsively decisive is that those decisions that he's making in that office affect the world.
No, they've normalized everything he does. It's okay.
No,
he didn't
and
mean
this-
that.
and
And I'm
this-
so tired of that.
I'm not going to say
Here's-
the problem
here's-
is we have a group of people that I call them the Trump tards, and you know what that runs, Rick.
Are you talking about the Republicans, or are you talking about his supporters?
No, because not all Republicans support. So
That's
we got
true.
to first.
That's why I'm asking.
So
Are you
the
talking-
Trump tards.
You have to
talking to his
delineate.
base.
You have to delineate between.
The Trump tards are this small group of people.
What-
They're
is-
sycophants.
what-
They are absolute sycophants. Anything that he
Right.
does, they will make excuses
Well,
for the most outrageous
Here's the problem with
behavior.
this whole thing. America now has turned, instead of the Democratic Republic, which was given to us to keep, it has now become. Our callers want some to say this quick. The thing is that we have people living as basketball wives and Atlanta housewives, and
It's a
so they
reality
decided
show.
that they're playing a reality show,
Right.
and they're using this like it's the Patriots and a
But that's
Steelers
where he's
game,
comfortable.
and that's the
Is
problem we
people-
have.
the
And
jersey,
he's
the red and
doing
blue jersey.
a job he is not qualified for.
Exactly.
So the way he's covering that up, just like men with small penises, is he's lying.
Well,
Okay.
the thing is, it's
All of you-
the problem I have.
And he
We're-
said
we're-
something about
we
exercise.
got a
and we'll go
caller
to that.
on. Let me
Okay.
just interrupt you. But while everything is silent for just a second, all of you are so wrong. Caller, you there?
God. You're an idiot.
I'm here, and I'm really upset I missed the beginning of that conversation because
Darryl's
I have
an
no
idiot.
idea where you guys are.
Darryl's a freaking idiot, is where we are.
Whoa.
Let's not make things personal.
Hello,
Let's
Mr.
stick
Payne.
to
It's
the
so
facts.
nice to have you
Stick
on
to
the line.
facts.
You
Can
know
we
what?
get back to
Oh, that's a
Diane,
fact.
please?
finger
Oh,
in my ears,
that's
please.
a fact that I can
Put
prove.
your
You
finger
can put
down.
you can put my Carlo Rossi wine down.
Oh, I'll pour this up.
Can
Don't
we
play
get
with
back
me.
to Mr.
Can we
Payne,
not make
please?
this personal?
Please.
This is why I missed not being on the show. I need to be on the show more. I definitely
Hi, how are you?
enjoy this.
We already got one person on here with an amazing voice, Ramona Collins. Now we
Now,
got
if they talk to each other, I'm just,
Jay
it's
Cleveland
gonna-
Payne. Not
Hi, Mr. Payne. How are you?
It's gonna get hot.
How are you guys doing? I'm really missing
I'm
you
really.
guys.
She's trying to make me
Well,
mad. I have
two
voice
people
envy.
are sober.
That would be who and who?
And okay. Now I'll
Well,
tell
I'm
you
still
what.
in the office, so I'm still
Wow.
sober
Yeah.
for the moment. So,
So
I guess I
I'll
can't.
tell
bring you
people your name and where you're calling from, please.
guys. My name is Jay Cleveland Payne. I'm calling from Little Rock, Arkansas.
It's good to have you back
Hey,
on.
from Bill Clinton's neck of the woods.
From Bill Clinton's, yeah, his library / trailer is down the street from the office. As all.
Right.
Cool.
The one that y'all gave a pass. Anyway,
Excuse
Well,
me.
White
Let me ask you
Ignore that,
something.
Mr.
Let me
Payne.
We're
ask
not,
you
we're not
something,
talking
Darryl.
about that one. We have the current one to talk about.
Real,
We'll talk
real
about
quick,
that one
Darryl.
later.
I have to ask you something.
no.
Is his blowjob worse than your president's treason? Hello. Okay, so
Wow,
Jay.
I really
so
am
good.
upset I missed being in
It
that
was so good
conversation.
she saved it. It was so good
coochie
she saved
grabbing.
it.
Don't
So,
forget
I
the
mean,
coochie grabbing
Jay-
It
now.
must have been great.
So Jay, you're a very knowledgeable business person and host
Yes, what's up, Jay?
a Step to Your Better You and
Yes.
the 10-minute life coaching program podcast. Tell us about what you've been doing since we've talked to you last, and about the show for people who might not have heard of you.
Okay, for the shows that I've got, the 10-Minute Life Coach podcast is a 5-year show that had a bit of a 3.5-year hiatus. We just hit the 100th episode this week on
Nice.
that after the hiatus, so we're
Awesome,
happy
bro.
about that.
Yeah.
Happy with that one. The newest show that I'm promoting now is called, it's got 2 names. It's a daily and a weekend podcast for thisistheconversation.com. It's a site where I go over top news stories with people and conversations I have with them online, and then recap the daily ones. On the weekend, we have the top 10 plus the ones that don't get the top 10, and we're trying to incorporate an interview segment for people newsmakers. So I'll be calling you guys back in about a week or so to get you guys to help me out with that one.
Awesome.
That would be
You know
great.
what that
we work
reminds me
together.
of? I got to give them props. You know what that reminds me of? People who put, like you said, you had those 2 names. It reminds people put their gas and their kids' name sometime.
Oh,
I mean, I think that's neat that you do that.
Wow.
Well,
You know, people with
What the hell's going on?
He has 2
Jay
names.
Cleveland Payne came about because my full name is John Cleveland Payne, and
Yes.
because I've been in radio about 20 years or so, every time you go someplace, you've got to change your name,
Right.
and it just
That's how
it's
you
just
keep those
so to
lights
make it
on.
simple, I just went with Jay Cleveland,
And he got a whole
and
new
that
credit
confused
score.
people, so I had to throw my last name in.
I love that
I
you
like
keep
it.
yourself so
New credit
busy.
score. Your mother, can you reuse
And
your name
he's
again?
he's a real cool guy, and he's got
those-
Cleveland in his name, which is where I'm from. So I gotta represent.
And I do my best to represent Cleveland, although I've never actually been there. So
Cool.
It's a wonderful
ain't
place.
missing
I love
nothing.
Cleveland.
I love that you keep yourself so busy.
not
And
missing
as you
anything.
know, today's topic is Donald Trump after his 100 days in office. Can you illuminate on how you feel about 45?
Well, here's my problem. When we last had this conversation, I said something to the fact that there's too many people in government that will keep Donald Trump from doing something really stupid.
And what did I say?
He fired
What
and
did
apparently
I say?
he's going to do something stupid anyway.
I told you that he cannot be
fired
reined
him.
in.
Yeah.
I told
This
you.
thing with the and we're going backwards. This thing that happened 2 days or last week with the Russians, and
Correct.
we found out yesterday that he gave classified information that oddly enough came from the Israelis. That had me throwing things at the TV for for hours.
Is this not the dumbest crap you've ever heard of in your life? And how? How is he not being prosecuted?
Well, see, the president is right when he says he has
to hand that
these
back here.
immunities to things. He can declassify anything he wants to just by saying it, so he can do that. He
Okay.
has immunity to a lot of just regular things because just like a CEO gets perks for being a CEO and quote unquote dealing with the hard decisions, he's the CEO of America, so the laws are written so that he has certain protections. Now he can't become a dictator, and he can't be, well, he's working on that, but
He's
he
The
working on it.
problem.
become
the
a dictator.
He's trying.
The problem we have
And it-
here, and let me interrupt you, and I apologize, but
Not a problem.
The problem that we have here with a man like Donald Trump is he's not acquainted enough with politics to understand the actual rules. Number one,
But he said he was going to shake up those rules.
And number
that's
two-
what they
Learn the
wanted.
rules.
number
Yeah, you
two.
got to learn them before you
have to
can
know
shake them
before
up.
you get it.
Number two, the other thing that we have is we have a crisis of I don't know, impotence in the legislative
Can
body.
we please stop bringing up
In the legislative
ED type words?
in the legislative body, they are not checking nor balancing this man. So when I say, I said to Darryl earlier that we're witnessing a slow motion coup. With that immunity, with the the leeway that the CEO of America has, what is to stop him?
Carmen,
And he's not a
you know
CEO,
that I'm
he's
crazy
supposed to be a
about you.
public
Carmen,
servant.
you know I'm crazy
Thank
about
you.
you. Have I ever let you down,
Yes, I mean, what you mean? What do you mean, Darryl?
Carmen?
What's going on here? What's up there?
Can you just trust me
No,
and get with me
No.
so we can trust our president?
absolutely
No,
not.
because we're
Absolutely
being ruled
not.
by the minority. This was not
Absolutely
that
not.
stupid shit
He's
we
gaining
know
momentum in
was
terms of the
stolen.
things he's doing.
Now,
He's
Chi-
not gaining
now-
momentum.
Yes,
We're-
he is,
we have
'cause
some
he's getting
people
voted
that
voter.
are power hungry
Yeah.
that are helping. They're not listening. What
Exactly.
they're doing.
No, they're putting party before country is what
It's
they're
complicity.
doing.
This
is what
not
it
party
is.
before
Yes, they- what is
Let
it?
me explain.
It's complicity.
It's power, not party. Because if you talk to
They
real
go together.
Republicans in this country, they're showing up and showing out. You have kids. They brought in that stupid education secretary to Bethune College to talk to black children
And then
or black
wonder-
people.
then wonder why they-
And
why
she
they
go-
booed her.
And it's not just it happened in California.
You have
What's
to
happening is
understand.
they're offending everyone. It's no longer
Right.
a party, it's power. And so we have to get back to the local level. People were all showing up voting for the president,
But they don't
forgot
show-
about the
right,
local
exactly.
level. They
That's
forgot
exactly
about
right.
where they live.
But
That's
That's where it
all
started.
politics are local,
That's
and
where it
that's where
started.
we started.
So
when
tired of
when
this.
these districts
But the
started
young
getting
people had to get
gerrymandered,
involved because
The young people were trying. I'm gonna say
know.
they were very disenfranchised because Bernie.
Now,
didn't
Jay, you
win.
got to get in here when you
but they
can
can't
now,
let that
because
stop her.
We have.
I understand. I understand.
Now-
I'm letting them finish that one out because I think I got
Now,
But
Mr.
as I
Grant,
said, now I'm going to
tie up
ask
to
you,
that.
Jay, if you agree with this. I think the problem we have is we don't have party, we have power going on right now. And the second thing we have a problem with is that people are playing politics like it's a football game. So you're either with Shady Brady or you're with Palamalu. Am I saying his name right? I can never say it right.
Palamalu.
The guy with the
Well,
hot
see,
hair.
well, that's a
And-
perfect jump because one of my jobs in a day job is I manage
do you
sports
say it?
stations. So we deal with
Palamalu.
sports
Palamalu.
and deal with people yakking back and forth and all that stuff. And so it's turning into politics. It's turning into watching sports commentary.
Right,
We
yes,
even
that's
we even
exactly-
laughed
My
about
jerseys, blue jerseys
the election,
versus red jerseys.
the election. We laughed about them being on the set looking like college game day with the headsets and going on. We were looking for Lee Corso
Yes.
and their mascot heads and stuff like that
Right.
because
Say that, Jay.
it's entertaining, and we've
that's
gotten
what's-
too much into the
And look what we're
entertainment
doing
part
to our
of
country.
the politics.
Exactly. We're messing up our country.
The bad part about it is
We got 2 minutes?
The,
Okay.
the
Thanks,
other
Lee.
bad part about it is, Trump has made people feel as if my education is as good as your ignorance.
Exactly.
And they think that there is a level playing field between Trump and actual statesmen, and there is.
Okay, let me jump in because I know we're running out of time, so
Yeah,
I
get
can
in
get
there,
one
Jay,
thing
get in
straight.
there.
All right, so either Donald Trump is truly a genius. The problem with that theory is when he got rid of Bannon and the folks that were in that vein, that kind of destroyed that theory. That he was really a genius and really was going to change things in some weird bent that we couldn't figure out, or Donald Trump really is incompetent to the point where he doesn't understand that he is incompetent. He's not P.T. Barnum, but he thinks he is.
Yes.
So because of that, he thinks he's running the show and making things happen. But everything he does makes things worse, including his people trying to fix it for him.
Exactly.
And he comes by them and saying,
well, he's
no, I did that on purpose.
No, and he throws them under the bus every day on a daily basis.
They're so stupid. They just keep walking
the other
back
side,
in.
The other thing I'm going to harken back to something you mentioned a little earlier. Okay, just like this thing with the Russians that he gave classified information to,
which he had a perfect right to do.
And it was Israeli information. Now we
That
have
he had a right to give to.
But you have to
perfect right to
understand.
do.
No, you have to understand what that's done to our relationship with Israel.
Everybody's suspicious now.
Now you have allies that won't tell us or share information with us
Because
because
throw it
they
away.
think that it will be, you're speaking to the White House is basically speaking to the Kremlin.
But don't you
The
think that we
biggest
all
problem with
need to
Donald
talk?
Trump is
No.
that he's the boss. And when you have a bad boss, you can be a dream job, but you don't want to go there. You guys, deal with the Cleveland Browns. Anybody getting drafted to the Browns
I deal
gets
with Pittsburgh
drafted and makes $1
Steelers.
million,
Cowboys.
but they're still playing for the Browns. They're still playing
Steelers.
for the
Cowboys.
worst organization in the NFL.
Exactly.
So anybody who has a dream of going to politics, big-time politics,
Right.
going to D.C. and, either just finding their little spot and just riding it out or making a name for themselves,
Right.
they have to do it under the guise of what's going to be the worst president in history.
But they're
I gave
affecting their
Obama
credibility.
basically a B minus, straight off of almost a C plus because of some things he promised that didn't come through that he couldn't work out. And Trump is barely at a C minus.
No, he's an
just for the fact
F.
that he hadn't messed up yet.
He's an absolute F.
But the problem is, Jay, and I'm going to see if you agree with this for the last 30 seconds, is that the problem is what we've been talking about for the last, I would say, 20, 30 years when they first elected the first celebrity in chief, Ronald Reagan. And the problem we have
Who was
with
the
that,
best president in
he
the
was
United
never,
States.
he did the worst
That
for
is
black
a
people.
lie. That is a blatant lie
I
from
don't
the
even
pit
want
of
to
hell.
go. It never
don't you
trickled.
say anything about
it never
Ronald Reagan.
trickled down. Okay,
That's a lie
don't
from
say
the
nothing
pit of hell.
about Obama. I
Ronald
can't stand
Reagan was
y'all,
a
y'all
fraud.
Ronald Reagan.
He was an
Thank you.
absolute fraud.
But the problem is from that time is that we let money get into politics. So even when you were saying if anybody here at this table wanted to run, unless we have money behind us and we can be the best person for the job, you can get the job because you can buy it now. And that's exactly why Donald Trump
Exactly. People
is
can
the
buy it
president of
for
the United
you.
States.
And
because
the-
I've been there and they won't even meet with you.
Citizens United is not a good idea. If they can't get that done, it's going to be like this.
And
forever.
we've been
I
working
will
hard on
agree
that.
with you. I will agree with you on the
with
money thing. I'm a little young. I remember Reagan being president, but I don't remember how it really worked
It's
out.
okay.
Well,
It
Anything
doesn't
ever
matter.
trickled
But-
down.
It doesn't
Nothing
matter.
trickled down.
Jay, we got to
Nothing
get off.
He was a
We got to
fraud,
get ready
a
to get
liar,
to the
and a
next
Hey,
caller.
thanks, guys.
But listen,
Daryl, I'll call you later on because I'm gonna get you guys set up to help me out with my
but I just
podcast.
got
Thank
one
you so
thing
much
to
for having
say.
me on.
Thank you
I
so
got
much.
one thing
Jay,
to say
how
to
do we
you, Jay.
find you, Jay? How do we find you?
Yeah, how do we find you? And also, I'm just going to go back to Ronald Reagan, brother. You missed it. It was some good,
Oh my God.
good times, bro.
So Jay,
The
about
easiest
your
way to find
information.
me is just by going to the letter J, Cleveland like your city, PAYNE.net. There's links to everything, or at least there will be links to everything I do on my main website. So it's jclevelandpayne.net. It's the best way to find me.
Thank you so much for being on our show.
Did you vote for
Awesome.
Trump? Because I'm
Thank
not
you,
going to
bro.
follow you if you voted for Trump. I got to know that
Absolutely
before.
not. I got faith in my
I,
brother.
I held my nose and voted for Clinton, and
Okay,
I
I
don't
can
know how
take
we got
that.
in this mess.
Wow.
I can't. I will take that.
Have a good
I am-
evening.
Hey,
Have a
I
good
am-
evening,
Great night,
Mr.
man. Thanks,
Cleveland.
bro.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
We got another caller on. Caller, you there?
I am here. What's going on, guys?
What's
Hey,
happening, bro? What's
how
your
are
name
you?
and where you calling from?
My name is Vernon Blanchard. I'm calling from Miami.
One of my favorite people from
Do you ever wear a thong?
he is the host. He's one of the hosts of University
gonna go
College
to that.
Podcast.
Hey.
And I want you to tell everybody about the podcast and what you've been doing. He's been on our show before. He's a good friend of the show.
Does he have a tan?
Yeah.
A permanent
I
I
tan.
am.
right?
He has a permanent tan.
I have a permanent tan. To my knowledge, I've never been sunburned, but I'm the
Daryl
host of
has.
University
Did you know
College
that?
Podcast.
All right.
Daryl's been sunburned.
And
Daryl's attitude
Like
is
we-
sunburn.
You
we
better
started our show as the genesis was kind of trying to find a way to talk about a lot of the social injustices that were going on in America and, discussing Black lives and how they do matter and how police
Yes.
didn't seem to think so.
Power to the people.
And
Boo.
it's evolved. Thousands of downloads later, it's evolved into talking about politics, talking about family, fatherhood from a black perspective, pop culture, and things like that. So we have a lot of fun, and we actually just recorded episode 35 last night.
That's
so I'll go ahead and
awesome,
promote it to
man.
you.
Big props.
So Vernon,
thank
we're
you.
talking about 45
Okay.
after his
Donald Trump,
100
President
days.
Donald Trump.
Don the Con, Trump the
Okay.
traitor.
Shady Trady's friend. With Shady Brady's friend.
Ivanka's daddy.
China's
AKA
father.
Agent Orange. Agent Orange, got it.
Agent Orange,
The real Antichrist.
This is what I'm saying.
Cheeto devil.
Now, Vernon, just give me 1 second. If we do not respect our president,
Yo
nobody
mama.
else
Oh
will.
my God, that's
Your
not my
mama,
president.
Daryl. Your mama.
Y'all
He's
didn't
a
say that
liar.
about the last
He's a
president.
liar.
I'm just saying.
I'm not respecting a liar.
Hey,
My mother,
hey,
my mother is
hey,
a saint. My
hey.
mother is a saint.
No.
Hey, your mama.
He
Okay.
disrespected me when he brought
Oh,
Don
my
King
goodness.
in there. When he brought
Vernon.
Don King in there.
So funny.
The only black people he's brought in there are black people that black people don't like.
Where-
I
Steve
apologize.
Harvey.
All the
Steve
black-
Harvey.
Where
on
am I?
His paste
Oh my
on
God.
mustache.
All the black people that Don King,
Where am
that
I?
Donald Trump is friends with are black people
Help
that
me.
black people don't like.
Help me,
Basically.
So
somebody.
Daryl, I don't like
there's
you.
a huge difference. There's a huge difference between respecting the
Omarosa's
office
sugar
and
daddy.
respecting
The
the
person.
holder of the
Yeah,
office. Right?
Yes,
Exactly.
thank you.
So-
The
Preach
office
that,
will be
Vernon.
there forever.
Because he is a seat holder. That's all he is.
Yeah, but he
He's
peed in
president.
the seat,
I'll
girl.
acknowledge he's president. That doesn't mean that I have to respect him as a person. Remember, he has a history of injustices and racism and abuse
Yes.
toward women that predates his election. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Did they grab him in the
respect
biscuits?
the Oval Office. Biscuits, yes.
Okay,
I will
John
always
F.
do
Kennedy,
that,
can
but
I
I
speak
don't have
about
to-
a Democratic
No,
No,
president?
we're not talking about any
No,
dead
we're not
people.
going back.
No, we're
It's
not
100
going
days
back there.
of
We're
Trump,
talking
not
about right
100
here.
days of
Don't
Trump.
speak
Bullshit.
ill of the
What are you
dead.
talking
I
about?
know.
Okay, so Vernon.
Drink your water.
Martin Luther King.
Vernon.
What?
I'm sorry, Mr.
So,
Blanton,
you know
for
what?
that
You're gonna
outbreak.
make me
That's just, I don't know what's going on.
So Vernon, what do you
Get
think
off.
about? What do you think about
gonna make me get
the
off.
job that 45 is doing?
Take all these nails and his hair off.
I would pretty much classify it as a dumpster fire so far.
Yeah.
And I say that
A
with
clusterfuck? I would say that.
CNN
He said dumpster
I'm
fire.
sorry.
CNN
I'm
News
sorry.
Alert.
He said
I heard,
dumpster
Sorry,
fire.
kids.
I heard something different.
Sorry,
What did he
kids.
say?
It was a, she
a
said,
CNN News alert just came out that
She said
James
cluster.
Comey.
Hold on, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello?
Hold on. A CNN news alert just came out.
I saw that about Comey.
Say again.
Yeah, so Comey had a
happened?
memo.
Uh-oh.
He had a
Daryl's
memo that the New
quiet.
York Times is reporting.
what happened?
And in the memo, he's stating that Trump asked him to drop the investigation of Michael Flynn. So
Yes.
that's
Are
how
you
I
Just
feel
read
about
that, yes.
Trump's
Why are
They
y'all
came out.
surprised by that?
CNN News, yes.
Why are
No,
y'all
yeah, I'm not
surprised?
surprised.
Okay,
at all.
so this is what I want to know.
No, I know you
How
weren't Mr.
much-
Manson. I'm talking about them.
This is what I want to know. How much treason are we supposed to accept? How much obstruction of justice are we supposed to accept out of the executive office?
Until we go
Apparently
crazy
a
and they put
lot
us in those
because the
clear
Republicans
coffins.
aren't going
Well,
to get in office. Aren't
they
going to do
wanna use those
anything.
clear-
Hold on now, Vernon. Now listen, you know I'm crazy about you. But I'm
Yeah,
on Fox
yeah.
News right now, and I don't see nothing about what
And you
you're talking
won't.
about.
And you
my
won't.
God.
Oh my God!
And you
because
won't.
Fox News is
So
not a
look,
viable.
They got to
source.
put a spin on it
Is
first
Fox
before they put
Well,
Entertainment?
it.
look, what Daryl's saying is actually a good point. We need to make sure, especially in our community, that we're able to vet our news sources appropriately. So for every Fox News, there's a CNN. I don't necessarily think CNN is better. They're just on
I
the
don't
opposite
either.
side
And
of
I will
the
tell you
spectrum,
why.
okay?
But you know, I think that
One of the-
former FBI agent or Director Comey, that he did have some things like, I mean, imagine what he's going through. Here's this man accusing him of all kinds of crazy things, saying that he's lying, and then he threatens, well, you better hope I don't have any tapes. And dude was like, bring them on, you know. So that conversation got dropped because nobody want to talk about that. But then it makes you
Right,
think,
right.
well, is he in fact, you know, just the whole idea, he is tainting the office of president.
Absolutely.
Because it will take a while for everybody to get back on track from what this man has done. Because you know and I know that had any other person that we can think of who's no longer running for or in office, had they done one of these things that this man has done in less than
We'd be
4 months,
witnessing the trial.
they would have been gone already.
We'd be watching a trial
I
every
agree.
day.
They would have had an impeachment
I agree.
situation so
So
quick.
quick.
Oh my God.
Okay, so here's my issue. When I say how much treason are we supposed to accept? As a nation, okay,
Yeah.
we have been charged with being basically the leaders of the free world.
We're losing that too.
We've lost credibility. We've lost,
Right.
and
No, that's
there's
Ireland now.
There's
Ireland is
there's a
leader.
crisis of credibility.
Ireland is leader.
Don't play, because I've already put in for
Well,
refugee
I know,
status.
they need black
Don't
people.
play. Don't
You
play.
know they want
I
black
put-
people in
I-
Switzerland?
I put in for
Oh
refugee
my God!
status.
Yes,
I'll go.
I'm not kidding.
awesome.
I'm not kidding. I have my passport, and
There's
I'm
Switzerland that they're
awaiting.
looking for
I am
good black
awaiting.
people,
I'm
not you,
awaiting my
Darryl.
papers.
Well,
can stay here and
here's
work in
what I-
cotton fields with Trump.
Here's what I would urge. I'd urge you not to necessarily buy into the crisis of confidence and all that stuff that you're kind of hearing on TV. I think we still have good men and women who are working in the civil service.
They're trying, but they're
We
trying
have
to
12
fight.
Democrats. 12.
They're trying to fight through the fog because it's so thick that the voice of reason has
They
no
can't
place
be.
anymore.
Because
Well,
when it
but
came
no,
down
but
to
remember
supporting
though,
the Affordable Health Care Act, that 70-some% of Americans say they want, that they've been misled on, that they're saying that, and still,
They keep
we have
on.
the Congress that voted against it. I mean, they're not listening, so we
that's
have
not a
to be
treason.
able to
That's not treason, though.
Well,
No,
here's,
but we're
here's where
talking
we
about
are.
that they're not supporting us.
When
We're
we're
asking why
talking-
they're not getting Trump out. The people are not listening. I'm sorry, I'm just getting really excited here.
When we're talking about
As a
when we're
nag.
talking about treason, when we're talking
Right.
about the actual acts that the executive has committed, the
People have been impeached for less.
the legislative body and the judicial body is charged with checking and balancing the executive office, correct?
Correct.
But
Correct.
they all report to him.
The judiciary has done a great job of at least adhering to the letter of the law. And
For now.
And the problem with that is, should Trump be allowed to have another pick, then we're going to see the balance of the shift and balance of the judiciary even change.
Now, I
see,
can
this
forget
is
everything
where
I have against Trump if he had placed me in some of the offices, because I think I'm qualified now too.
the place that we find ourselves.
Education
This is a hard. This is a between a rock and a hard place, because, and you correct me if I'm wrong. We've never had a situation where we're looking at complicity all the way down through the entire succession of power.
And they all get offended when you use
Well,
that
but-
term.
Because if you don't want to do what Trump wants you to do, he thinks he's really on the apprentice in the
not,
White House.
Not only that, so if we do impeach Trump, we're sitting with Pence.
Then we got that.
If we're
Which is worse.
which is
is-
worse.
It surely is.
Because he would do these things on purpose. Trump is doing these things as a puppet. He would do these things on purpose.
He's doing these things in arrogance. I'm not going
Yeah,
to
absolutely. I will give you that too.
No, he's not been
I got
having
a, I got a
power.
question
think
for
that
Pence
I got
came
a, I got
out
a question
in
for
Indiana
Vernon.
that you didn't have to serve people
Because
that were gay, which was
I'm
you know,
trying
he's
to-
horrible.
Dan,
And
behind
they
him,
weren't even going to vote him back in.
hang on, I've only got a couple more seconds. Behind him, we find what? Speaker Ryan,
Oh, Paul Ryan. Oh my goodness.
and behind him, we find who? The Secretary of State Tillerson.
Succession's not looking good.
you know
it's
why I
not.
don't like Paul Ryan? Because he don't have no
Yeah,
lips.
but
All
He
of
has no
them,
balls. He has
all of
chicken
them
lips.
He has
have a
no balls.
level.
Yes, he has nothing.
All of them have a
no balls.
level
The
of
lips bothers me.
all of them have a level
They're
of
only
complicity.
concerned with their own agenda.
And-
They don't
But
in
care.
how
this
do we
situation.
how do we change that? How do we change that?
And that's where
Democratic
I don't
Party,
We
think we have.
to educate
the Democratic Party has
voters.
to change
Yes.
its strategy for how
Absolutely.
its voters
Now,
decided about
I'm
the
glad
election.
that
And I
you said
think
that.
they're
Working
trying to
class
do
people.
that.
I'm
I
glad
think
that
they're
you said
trying
that
to do
because
that.
I'm trying to be I'm trying to let the ladies speak their piece.
Oh, Lord.
Now, Vernon, I got a question for you.
What's up, man?
When you're a loser and you have lost,
Your mama. I told you, your mama, your grandmama, everybody in your family.
We're not,
Don't
you
you
can't
say
be a
that about her.
loser. You can't be a loser
That
when
woman
you
worked
stole
2
it.
jobs.
Shady Bradiness.
Oh
She
my
worked
God.
2
Shady
jobs.
Bradiness.
You know what?
They
Wait a
won the
minute.
Super Bowl
Darryl,
by
Darryl,
deflating the
Listen,
ball.
I
That's
love
not
you like a-
winning.
This
That's
is what
stealing.
this is what I do.
love you like
I
a play
apologize,
cousin.
Mr. Branson. They're all crazy.
What
I
happens
love
is
you like a play
when I
cousin,
have
but I will
lost,
fight you.
No.
Do you understand me?
No.
I will fight you.
Listen.
I don't complain. I go
people.
back to the drawing board and I come at you
Keep this
better.
simple.
So let me
If-
ask you
if
something.
Democrats
America
don't
lost.
sit and talk
Democrats didn't lose.
and
America
find
lost.
somebody better, they're going to be in the
because
same
Russians-
situation again in 4
America,
years.
Shut the
America
hell up.
lost.
So
America
one of
lost.
the-
Thank you.
one of
Our
the-
country is losing.
one of the chief criticisms from doing our show and talking to some other people who are liberal and conservative, one of the chief criticisms against President Obama was that he did not leave the party in a strong enough fashion to where election down ballot races would garner more support. Now, I don't know if that's true,
Can I
but it's
tell
been
you a
said by
secret, though?
I
some
think the people could have got behind the
they were
president a
lying
little
on
more
I was
than
going
they
to say,
did too.
can I tell you a
Yeah,
secret?
but
They
I
acted
think
like
that-
he was
hold on.
Superman. They
I
should.
think that goes both ways because he didn't have
Exactly.
a friend in the down ballot.
And all the people were talking mess, but they didn't get behind
Even
him and
Jesse
show some.
Jackson on the hot
but-
mic said, "I don't like that ninja." That's what he said. Remember that when the
Yeah.
hot mic was
No.
on? So we had.
But the extension of the comment is, I'm not gonna. I don't like Trump, obviously, but I'm not gonna hate on Trump because his party is in line right
It's
now.
not. No, they're
That's
not
the
in
problem.
line.
Hating on
I'm
him, but
sorry,
they are.
you are
They don't
incorrect.
ever- they don't
They
ever-
are not.
it's
No,
never-
We gotta-
no,
we gotta
no,
let him
because
talk.
what?
We gotta
Let,
go.
let me bring up my
We got
point.
2
He
minutes.
They don't openly
fires
disagree
anyone
with
that does
what he
not
said.
get in line. That's not keeping people in
Right,
line.
but-
That is
but-
making sure the people around you only see your view, and that is not American.
That's a
That's not a
dictatorship.
party.
I'm not, but we're not talking about is it American. I'm saying if he fires everybody that
That's all
disagrees
this
with
is
him, then his
about.
party's in
That's all
line.
this about. I don't give a damn about these parties. I give a damn about this country
But the-
that
but
my
the- but the
ancestors
country
have
is-
fought for, and
but
we
the
are now
country is
we're
a
right
two-party
back.
system.
We gotta
No,
let
this
the
is-
caller.
and do you or do you not
We gotta
agree
let the caller
that
talk.
do you or do you not agree? Just making my point that we need a third party. Well, you're right. It's not working.
I don't think we need
This
any
is-
party.
No, I don't
should
think we need a
all
third
be
party.
Yes,
I don't
we
think we
do
need a third
party
party.
of the
I
people,
think-
All
because
just be
neither one of these
Americans and
parties,
forget all these
the
parties.
only party that's even listening to the people is the Democratic people. The Republican Party is
I
out
I
of
think
control.
what we need is the Democrats need to find a way to get smaller rural areas to vote, and they don't have that because there's not a lot of minorities in those smaller
Exactly.
areas.
But
Well,
I'll tell
we
you
have
what.
a minority that
It's
don't.
hard to
Press-
get the
press-
damn urban folks to vote. What you talking about? The rural people?
Press-
No,
my
I'm saying, like,
goodness.
so what?
Let
Are
me
there a bunch
press
of black people?
pause
Are there a
real
bunch of black
quick.
people in Nebraska that were going to vote for Hillary Clinton?
Not at all.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm
White
gonna.
women didn't support Hillary Clinton.
I'm going to
I
say
agree with that
this.
too. Why was that?
I'm
That's what we
going
gotta
to say
figure out.
this,
So
and I
they should
agree.
be doing that right
The
now.
because
focus
her
is on
husband
Trump.
got his
I'm
donkey
going,
dusted
no.
and they couldn't get over it.
Let me say this.
Because if that was the case, then they wouldn't support Trump
let me-
for touching
Well,
women
that's
in the
different.
primary.
He's a man.
No,
Have you heard of male privilege?
Let me ask-
Men
No,
get
no.
a pass on cheating. Men get a pass on
Let
what
me
they do.
let
Women
me
are held at a higher
interject.
standard.
Let me interject
Every day.
Let me interject,
so
and I will
glad we had
say,
this
and I will say this. I agree. I agree
got male
with
and white
you
privilege.
to the extent that the Democrats do need better
Yes.
outreach.
And
at
they-
the same
and they've
but-
acknowledged that.
Exactly. But at the same time, let's do
Mm-hmm.
our due diligence. When you
Right.
have someone who
keep it
taps
real.
into the fear and
Mm-hmm.
hate of a nation,
Exactly.
he has successfully otherized everyone. Okay?
I agree.
So that the core of people who feel disenfranchised,
Right.
okay, they look for for it to be someone else's fault.
That's right.
Okay, and
Okay.
he's given them others.
Well, a
the
lot
problem,
of them believe the same thing he believes.
and
That's why
that's what
they
I'm saying.
thought the
He
same
fed
way.
that's what he fed. That's what I'm saying. He tapped into that. What Democrats did successfully in both of Obama's elections is that they gave people an alternative to the hate of an other. We don't have anyone right now who is standing to unite the collective other.
And if we did, would that person be able to overcome the hatred that Donald Trump has tapped into? Because to me, that's the issue.
I am convinced of this.
Vernon for president.
I am convinced of this.
Vernon, if it was
Because
someone like you,
I
guys,
really don't even.
I
I
could
don't
deal
know
with
if
it.
Obama could be that.
No,
right now.
not today, because they vilified him as well.
Well,
I am
that hate
convinced-
started for the four
I am
when he
convinced-
first got elected. They started that.
and
that
that's
racist
correct.
stuff. So
but
it's only
that's
bled
where we
over.
are, and that's where we
And then
find
you got
ourselves.
people like Darryl thinking that he's white.
And that's where we find ourselves right now. What I am convinced
No
of
offense.
is this. Because politics is always local, okay? I'm convinced of the fact that it's going to take grassroots politicians in every
And that's
Yes.
what's going
election.
on. That's what's going on.
In order to turn the tide of emotion that people are voting with.
Well, I think it's
People
more than
are
grassroots
mobilized.
politicians. We've got to have people engaged. You know, it's not enough just that you show up to the polls, and I'm sure Vernon will agree with me. It was the same thing I was saying to my father-in-law, and he wanted to talk about what was going on. I said, but who did you talk to? Who did you pick up and take to the polls?
And not
Who did
just
you- it's not just
and not
about
just the poll
me and my
aspect of
family.
it, and not just the poll aspect of it, but
The
politics in
voter
general
education.
is we're talking about the
It's
gerrymandering.
It's about
we're
being,
talking
like
about
you said, locally knowing what's going on.
Right.
You know, when you vote, don't stop when you get to the Supreme Court justices in your state.
But even
Even
at the national level,
Yeah.
why
Right.
didn't Hillary
It's
go to
electoral
West
vote. They
Why
didn't even
Hillary
understand
didn't get
that.
Why
elected?
didn't Hillary go?
Because
why
she
didn't
did
go?
not
No,
tell-
not what I didn't see get elected. why didn't she go to Wisconsin? And why didn't she go to Michigan?
Exactly.
And why didn't she go to some of those places?
No, that's why she
Like,
didn't get
so-
elected.
Right.
That's why.
Because
Maybe. Maybe.
right.
You know, and
but
I'm
we got to
gonna-
think about that. And a
When
lot
you
of
when you leave that void,
Right.
he's spoken to those people, and he's tapped
Exactly.
into that hate.
And he's still
when you
talking
leave
to
a
them.
void, exactly.
Even now, he's
But
still
he knew-
doing it like he's campaigning.
no,
He's doing.
let me finish.
Who does rallies
He
after
did
they
not-
become president?
someone who's indoctrinating
But
the
no,
public.
he's reinforcing.
He's
the
indoctrinating.
shit he
May
said.
I
Exactly.
say something?
Go ahead.
That
Yeah,
when
he's
you
reinforcing
He's reinforcing it every time he does a rally.
He opened up hate,
Yeah.
and you can see that where there was in the mosque
Right.
where the white man went up there, and I'm just going to use. I don't believe in
Canada,
talking
yeah.
about color, but I talk about color when it's about injustice.
Yeah.
When they went up there and
Right.
opened up fire on that mosque, there was not one apology. However, when the young black kids
Right.
were down in San Diego and were
Right,
murdered by a
right.
white man, there was the question of whether or not that was a race related,
It
whether it
is.
was terrorism.
Well-
We have a problem in this country where we
minute.
can bleed
We got
into
1
that,
minute.
and I want to say, Vernon, I want you to speak to this, that I want you to go in. I totally agree with that. We've got to start empowering people and get them out to vote. But the first thing we've got to do, don't you agree, that we need to have some people empowered to understand what even electoral vote means? People don't even know how they're voting.
Yeah. It's not it's a representative democracy. It's not direct. Otherwise,
Exactly.
Hillary would have won. All right. So, I mean, and that's a whole other discussion that you guys can have.
We can have
But
you
I
back
think
on.
it starts with, I'd love to come back. I love it. Every
You
time
know
I'm
it.
here. But I think it starts with,
Mr. Blanton.
That porno voice is just
It's all
I
over the
tell
place.
you- I
It's
tell you
all
what,
over the
bro.
place.
her porno
You weren't ready
political
for that.
voice.
You weren't ready for that,
Porno
were you?
and politics, obviously, right?
you were not
Vernon,
ready.
let me give you props. I know we were going back and forth, but you're the type of person I can debate politics with, because you're the type of person that will make a difference in making sure that we turn this democracy around. And I'm proud of you, young man.
Okay,
I wanna
now
thank you
we got.
too.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
guys.
Can
Tell
you tell
people.
people-
Yeah, please tell.
Yes,
Carmen.
tell me, Vernon. I'm your friend. You better not disrespect
Can you
my
tell
friend's
people
friend.
where they can find you, where they
Yeah.
can hear your podcast, and
Yes.
all of your information, please?
Of course, guys. So you can find me on Twitter at iopine11. That's my personal Twitter.
What was that?
The
The number
podcast-
I? What was it now?
The letter I.
The letter I.
Letter.
The letter
Opine,
I.
and then the number 11. So I Opine 11. And that's for my personal Twitter. And then for the podcast, it is UNIV College BTC. The BTC stands for Be the Change. And it's the same thing on Instagram. And the podcast Instagram is UCollege.
Great
Thank you
talking
so
with
much
you,
for
man.
being on.
And that's
It's my
I-11.
pleasure.
The letter I. The
I
number
Opine
11.
11.
What was it?
I
I what?
Opine 11.
Opine.
I opine 11.
See, this is why.
opine.
This is why
I'm
the vote was
confused.
off. Now, good talking with you, bro.
Thank you.
We
Good,
got
man.
another
Carmen, keep
caller.
singing, all right?
Hey,
Thank
have a great
you.
night.
Call
We
back
got,
in
night,
again,
guys.
Vernon.
Bye-bye.
we got another
will.
caller
Thank you.
on. Everybody, okay. Let me just say this.
I know.
We gotta
Stay on
let
time.
everybody talk,
Okay.
and we gotta.
Stay on time.
This is for me,
we-
guys.
We
Wait a
have to
minute,
be
guys.
respectful of the caller. Can we do
Yeah,
that?
being respectful. We
I didn't
agreed.
say. I'm just saying. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Caller, you
I know
there?
that was for me, though.
Is that for me?
No, no. You,
That was
you,
for me.
This is not for you, but maybe.
Eric
So,
was being bad.
so who do
Tell-
we have on the line?
Tell people your name and where you're calling from, please.
Well, my name is Latricia Jones, and I'm a resident of Florida, actually.
Hi, Latrice. How are you?
Now we're trying
I'm
to get.
fabulous. How about you all?
We're doing all right,
we're
girl.
great
We,
to,
look, we
talk with
managing.
you.
We making it, girl.
We're great to talk with you again. We're trying to get everybody that we
horrible
have.
English. That was great
What
to
did I
talk.
say?
It's
It-
great to talk to you. Something you
It
said.
was great talking. It's
Bad
So
English.
Latrice is
Yes.
an author and a life coach, you know,
I am.
just to name a few things.
I was respecting you because you're not.
And
Yes.
we're talking about 45 and after his first 100 days in office and the dumpster fire that he's been. They won't let me say clusterfuck. The dumpster fire.
Thank God you don't say that
I
on
know.
the
Thank
air.
goodness you didn't say
The
that. I know.
dumpster fire that he's been. Can you tell us how you feel?
Well, you know what? When you guys say what they won't let you say, I'm a believer in freedom of speech.
Thank
I
you.
feel like everybody should say how
Fuck
they
Donald
feel
Trump.
because that's what the fight has been in this country all our lives. You have to remember, I'm a fourth generation Black American.
Okay.
And my grandmother died. Let me just give y'all a little bit more
on the
background. My
hammer.
grandmother died at 122
Okay.
in this country.
Yes.
And she's never been acknowledged for being the oldest living slave. So this is personal for me.
Okay.
It's very personal.
I like her
You say
already.
in reference- See, I look at it two ways. I'm a spiritual person.
Talk about
And
it.
I'm going to keep it real.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm spiritual. I'm about change.
Okay.
I ain't about no nonsense.
Okay.
I ain't about no Democrat and no Republican because
Okay.
all of them feed us the same garbage. Garbage is garbage.
Okay.
If things were going to change so much, there would have been the change over the last 50, 60 years since the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
That's
that
right.
many of us, we've been getting beat down in this country. We've been getting hosed down in this country. Not even able to ride on buses in this country. Now, if you want to ask me a question, see, I go hard because I don't have time to play no games.
They say
I
go
have
hard or
7
go
children,
home.
My
I hear
husband
you.
and I, my second husband, mind you. My first husband was very abusive. I'm just going to keep this real
Go
with
ahead.
y'all.
Go
because
ahead, girl.
it has to be. You know, this is about y'all's future.
That's
this
right.
ain't about if it's a 45. Because all his kids, see, this is what we have to realize. Billionaires stick together.
Yes,
I don't
they
care
do.
what
Yes,
side
they
of the
do.
fence they own.
Yes, they do.
Period. We have been fooled for so long in this country. We have to wake our eyes up and open them for what it is. Until we do that, y'all, we won't grow. I want growth before I die. I'm 53. I am 53, and we've been fighting all these years for what? We have to see growth.
Yes,
I don't need to see you going back in history, taking down signs and burning down statues. I need to see some progress. I need to see reparations. I need to see things that's going to build us up and not tear our history down either. Because you know what? They use us.
Yes,
I
it is.
talk to college kids all the
get used all the
time.
time.
And I just talked to some from Oklahoma. And it was just, I was totally pissed off to know you going to a class, these college campuses with our black kids, you bring them out to these protests that they know nothing about just to have a black face. But you pay all the white kids to come out there and you don't get the black kids no money.
That's right.
Now,
Somebody got to help me out here.
and a
See, I
white
deal
woman
with
took the
truth.
stairs on
Until
Darryl
we
today.
start dealing with the truth,
So this is
I'm sorry?
this is
A
where
white woman took the stairs today
okay,
and
look,
she saw
look,
Darryl.
you a mess.
Well,
okay.
I just want to bring that up too.
Okay.
Because Darryl
So,
wants to be a part of the
so
movement.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this,
Okay,
Latrice,
yes.
because I'm gonna be real with you.
probably a light-skinned
We
black
find
lady.
ourselves
thought she was
in
white.
Please do. Please
We
do.
find
Because I
us-
need to hang up the phone if you ain't.
we find ourselves
She got real. She was going to hang up the phone.
we
Go ahead.
find ourselves in a place where,
Look what Carmen did to her mic.
in terms of
She got her mic turned like a gangster.
that's your mess. We find ourselves in a place
I'm from
where
Detroit on the east side.
that's right. Me too. Me too. Me too. Please believe it. HP. Okay, so here we find ourselves where we're at a crisis of the Constitution. Number one, a Constitution that was written without us, a Constitution that still calls us 3/5 human. Aside from being amended, we had to be amended into our humanity. Okay.
I want people to see
So
this mic.
Yes.
what we find ourselves is in a crisis. You have people that are
Yes.
marching. You have people that are marching in 2017 with torches,
Yep.
under the guise of white
Yep.
supremacy
Still wearing their robes,
to
too.
protect. No robes, no masks. To protect Confederate statues and relics of the hate that tore this country apart. What do you say to a president that endorses, condones, and even employs these people?
Well, I say to the president, I'm going to tell you about me. I keep it real with him as well. Just because my mentor is Dr. Ben Carson. And whenever I think that something is wrong, see, to me, it's either right or it's wrong. And that is the reality of it. It's either right or it's wrong. I think what you've hit on the nail is the fact that it's a constitution. Stop going out there picking and shit. How about we start changing these constitutions? That's what we have to be demanding, the amendments that needs to be done. How many people do you talk to? Most of our people don't realize it's about the Constitution. That's all it's about. You have to know what the Constitution is to make the proper amendments and put those in place, because that's what has to change. You change the Constitution, you're going to change our lives in this country. I'm a soul believer, and I say to you as well, I don't care who the president is. We have to take a stand as a people, especially a people that spends $1.3 trillion a year. A year. We have to take a collective stand to say we're going to
don't
put
need
our
to
money
change the
behind
Constitution.
candidates
Now,
that
You
are
don't
going
need
to
to change the
support.
Constitution. We need to make amendments. You do not need to change
You,
the Constitution.
no, I just said you have to amend it has to be amended.
Okay, amended. Okay.
Because it has to be amended.
And you said Ben Carson.
To say
so
what? To say what?
I just want to ask about Ben Carson.
What are we-
I just got to. So, do you agree that immigrants came over on slave ships? Then I just have to ask that.
You were comfortable? No, that was Bill O'Reilly. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that was
He ain't
like
got
I'm
no
gonna tell
brain.
y'all what I did to Dr.
He
Carson.
ain't
Y'all can go
got no
on Twitter
brain.
as well. I said, Dr. Carson, I think you made a big mistake with that comment, and you need to make it right.
But he's like
And-
Darryl.
I ain't gonna
and he
have.
did, and
I
he
told
did.
him you
He
need to
did
make it
not.
right.
He
He is in the
apologized
sunken
for that.
place. They flashed that. Let me
He
ask you. Did you
apologized
have
for
a
that.
phone? And did you take that phone? You flashed that phone in his eyes, and he froze. And then they came back, and he
That
was
movie
talking.
wasn't out then.
No.
Now let me
he
ask
is
you a
in the
question.
sunken place, just like Darryl.
But Teresa, let me ask you a question now.
Hold on. Look
Sure.
at my phone.
As a
I'm gonna take
as
that
a person who
picture.
voted for Trump,
let's see if
are
this works.
are
Yes.
you happy?
My flash ad.
Are you happy
at me.
for the job that he has
Look at me, Darryl.
done thus far?
It worked.
You know, I feel if I'm going to answer that question, I can't say if I'm happy or if I'm sad. Do I agree with everything? No, because I've never agreed with everything any president has
There, I
done because
like
they're
that.
presidents.
That's
They're
right.
people.
True. That's
And that
true.
is the reality of
President
it. Can I
privilege.
say that I think that we
Man
have
privilege,
to,
white
with
privilege.
anybody else, we have to give them an opportunity. See, I don't put my trust in men like I find so many of us do. I put them in, I'm a
Except
spiritual
for Jesus.
person.
Except for Jesus. You put
Right.
your trust in Jesus. Don't laugh.
And that's exact. I think that some of the things has to be done for us to get this economy going because we have to have affordability. And I'm going to tell
Yes.
you all something. The fear that I do have, and I'm being real with it. I want to make sure we have not been set up for capitalization of socialism. Socialized capitalism.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
socialism
okay.
already exists.
That is- I want to make
Socialism
sure that
already
does
exists
not
in this
happen.
country. Your post office, your policemen, your fire department.
These are all
It
social
already
services.
exists. Those there's already socialism here. I think this is part where
No,
people.
I say the globalization.
Okay, so
Globalization
let me-
of that capitalism.
Let me
Capitalism and
me
socialism are two
Globalization
different
means
things.
a
though.
new world order.
Capitalism means you make
Let
money.
me-
Socialism means that we
let
make
me
money.
ask-
We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
let me ask you this.
Darryl,
That's
please.
what y'all get for having me on the phone at the last minute.
We spoke to
I love her.
we spoke to you about the Constitution. What would you suggest be the amendments? What would you amend?
What would be your First Amendment?
Yeah. What would be something that you would add to the Constitution or amend?
See, this is so.
Considering that I'm running for U.S. Senate, I'm going to tell you, I want one thing out of this deal. I want reparations for Black Americans.
No, I'm not giving you. No black person here is pick cotton. They don't even know who their mammy was. So no, there's no reparations. Y'all not getting. You know what you should do with the reparations? Now, if you had said take the reparations and give them to the United Negro College Fund or give them to a historically black college, I would
ma'am.
agree.
No, ma'am.
black
No,
person in
ma'am.
here deserves.
No,
Not one
ma'am.
of y'all has picked any cotton. I'm so sick of black people saying that.
Well, wait
the
a minute,
right
hold
thing
on. Let
to
me
say
backtrack with you,
is to give it to
girlfriend.
a
Hold on.
college.
Hold it.
You need to
Hold
give it
it.
to
Hold
educate
it.
black
My
people.
grandmother picked
You know
cotton,
what
honey.
you
My
you
grandmother
didn't.
was a
But
slave
you
in this
didn't.
country when
But you
she
didn't.
died.
But
So
you
let's not
didn't.
get this
Gotta
right.
respect the
Maybe
call.
your grandma
No,
didn't pick no cotton.
my
Maybe
grandmama,
you don't know
yes,
no cotton
yes, I
pickers.
do.
But I
No,
know
but you don't
plenty
get that
cotton
money.
pickers,
You
honey.
got to do the work, baby.
Okay,
to get
so
paid.
Latrice-
I don't want to get paid for other
listen.
people's work.
We,
Okay, so
we gotta
Latrice-
respect the caller.
No, we're
We
disagreeing.
gotta
We're
get
not-
up. We
So,
gotta.
So,
we gotta move
Latrice,
to the
where
next
can
call.
we find you online, and how can people get in touch with you? You said something
Well,
about
you can find me at Lateresa, LATERESA
I'll call you later.
-Jones,
I'm gonna call you later,
JONES.com. And you can also find me on Facebook, Lateresa A. Jones for U.S. Senate.
Oh, all righty. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the show
National
today.
Labor Relations
Awesome.
Board
Thanks
said,
for
wait
talking.
till
It was nice
Howard
talking
Development
to you,
says
Ms.
You get paid
Jones.
for work you did.
Thank you for calling in. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you.
That was. Why you hit me in my arm?
I didn't hit you in
He
the
was
arm.
like,
Okay.
This is just like Golden State when the guy. It was an
Teacher.
accident.
One more time,
Teacher.
I'm going home. Y'all are crazy.
Teacher, I have a question. I have a
Wait in our
question.
division.
No.
Can I get paid
Teacher.
for money?
Is that the
Can I
lady
get
that
it?
called me
Teacher,
last time?
Yeah.
I have a
The
question.
first time when I was on.
Yes, you in the back. You in the back, please, in the short dress. We have a dress code here.
What in the bloody blue fuck was that? What
You
was
don't
that?
get paid for work you didn't
What
do.
was that? What?
You know,
What was that?
when you called me about this, I thought it was a good idea
What?
to be here today.
If we're going to
But
talk
now
about,
that
we
I'm
need
here-
to give to restore our black university, our black colleges,
here's
and
my-
education
here's-
system, not to you. What black people gonna do with money? Half of y'all gonna go out
No,
and buy
wait,
new
hold
Obama
up.
phones.
But
No.
Oh my
But
God.
you know, you too
It's
light
not
skinned to
even
talk about
that.
black folks. You too light skinned to
It
be
ain't
talking
my
about
fault.
black
My family got
Yeah,
raped
she's
more.
black.
My
She
family
is
got
so-
raped more.
I mean,
It's
she
not
got,
even-
she got,
Look at this
She
got
nose.
some deep
Look at this
seated.
nose. Look at this booty. I am. Look, it ain't my fault.
Yeah,
the
you
skin
black-
is-
you black
My
all day
black is
long.
on the inside. My black is inside.
But that was funny when you said that about black people. Pick no
Erica.
cotton and go, you too light to make that statement.
Erica, I have to wonder.
Yeah, you got them hips in
Where
that butt.
does
No doubt.
somebody in their right mind,
Too much water.
Come on
I'm
now.
telling you.
where does somebody in their right mind support somebody like Ben Carson?
Yes.
Well,
Did you
apparently-
see
I mean,
the-
when she said Ben Carson, I was
was done.
absolutely
I know, y'all
freaking
went like
I was
this.
done.
Ben
Y'all went like
Carson
this.
has
Okay.
got to his where
now
the
wait,
level
her grandmama.
that he is
No,
at
she
because
said her
of his
grandmama was a
education.
slave, but yet she was okay. She didn't respect it enough to say that he said that she came over by choice to do work for free,
This
and
is
then she want to make money off of her grandmama. You
Oh my
know what?
God.
I'm
And she's
done.
running for Senate, so
and
be
she's
sure
running
to
for
vote for
Senate.
her.
I'm done. You want to be
this is-
paid for your grandmama work? The wage and hour department don't allow that.
Now,
Let me
okay,
tell you
now
something
we
about
got
Section
we got a caller on.
304.21.
Even the concept.
Could you ladies
It's
please
ridiculous.
respect
I know. I
Darryl
got
over
to
there?
in 10 minutes because my baby getting
I've been
hard.
trying to be cool. I didn't even do anything. I'm being good.
You have. I will
and we're very
commend
proud
you.
of you,
I'll
Darryl.
I'll commend you. I'll
I'm
commend you for this
getting in touch
portion
with
of
the
the
Lord.
show.
For other
But you're the
people's
one
work.
that called us, so you
Now,
should know better.
our caller is caller. You there?
Oh my
Ben
God.
Carson or her grandma.
Yes, I'm here.
I know that voice.
Oh,
Listen to that
hi,
voice,
Aaron.
That's
everybody.
Miss Sands.
Hi, how are
Miss
you?
Sands?
Hi.
Hi, Aaron.
so
What's
glad-
up, E?
Girl, can you bring some sanity and some please?
Aaron, you won't believe what's my name is Ramona. You won't believe they invited me to this, and I thought it was going to be intellectual stuff going on. I'm so wrong. Oh my God!
And I got her in the middle. She cannot
Can you
get out.
please bring some sanity and some lucidity to this conversation? Okay, so
What is lucidity? I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna take it as offense.
Don't worry, your president doesn't know what
Do
it
you
is,
know
so
Lord
you should
Teresa
go right
Jones?
home.
Do you know Miss Jones? Because that, oh my goodness.
oh my
Now-
gosh.
We got to do an introduction
Right.
because she's big time now.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, you guys are so funny. I just
I'm-
love it. I love the energy.
Girl.
That's because you're not sitting here amongst this madness.
My armpits are moist.
Girl.
Are yours moist? Anybody else's armpits
Girl.
moist? Because it is warm in here.
Girl, I
My
have
armpit
drank
girl.
Y'all need a reality show. I'm serious.
Listen,
So nice you don't have to worry about being
crazy.
attractive.
now listen. We got to be together.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She
I
is
drank
a-
Ramona's
This
wine on
woman is a
that.
professional. Would you
We are
stop it?
embarrassing.
We're
Thank
we're
you.
all celebrities, but she's a celebrity too in California. She has time restraints. Now we can't be messing around.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for joining us.
What's up, E?
We have the author,
Go
the
ahead, Miss Sands.
activist.
Go ahead and talk, please.
We have the author, the
Shut up.
actress, the activist. See, are you know what? I need to start over.
Is there a church open after
getting
6 o'clock?
Sorry about. We
Somebody-
must apologize to our listeners for
Somebody
Carmen's
is gonna
lisp.
have to leave.
She has a lisp.
Somebody is gonna have to put hands on these ladies.
Normally,
Okay.
Carmen talks like this, but she's been trying.
The author, the activist, the actress
need help so
with
bad.
television appearances, NYPD Blue,
Yeah.
Wayans Brothers,
Hey.
The Parkers,
Yes.
and the hit film Menace to Society.
I didn't see that. I'm too old for that.
We have Erin L. Sands on with us. Erin, thank you so much for joining us.
She's in the house, y'all.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate
Now,
being a
as
part of what looks like it's going to be a very lively conversation.
oh yes,
Now, Aaron, tell people what you've been doing because you also are an author of The Dunes, correct?
Yes, I have a book that I wrote. It came out about, I guess, 2 years ago now. It's The Dunes. It is a faith-based book for personal growth.
pray for us.
No cussing. No cussing. Don't be cussing.
Y'all pray for me because I am a reformed.
Don't be cussing.
I have Tourette syndrome on my mama's side,
Right,
so
right.
I excuse me, Jesus, because I cuss.
Aaron,
Okay.
I gotta say something to you. You know I'm crazy about you. Let me just say that. Number one. Number two,
Thank you.
are you ever gonna post something that I can like?
What?
You must post a lot of
No,
pictures with a man
actually.
because he never
No.
posts pictures.
No.
He never likes pictures
I
if there's a
post
man in
the
them.
truth. I post the truth about what this administration is doing.
And I like
since
you.
he's not able to grapple with that, then you
I
can't
like
it.
you.
But
Well, don't
One
stop.
of them, I almost liked it, and I said I couldn't like it. But
because it was the truth. If the truth offends, I
He
get it.
can't
The truth is
handle
hard
the truth.
to handle.
Cares, Darryl.
He can handle the truth.
So, Aaron, tell
Go
us
on,
how
Aaron.
you've been feeling about this office holder's first 100 days.
I think his first 100 days has been horrific. It is an insult to everything this country, the principles this country was founded on.
Yes.
It is a complete exposure of the hypocrisy of the GOP.
Yes.
And white entitlement, white male entitlement, because
Yes,
there
there
is
she goes.
no one else but a white male, and not just any white male, a rich white male
Come on.
could be
talking
in this
about you.
position
Eric
and make
said
these
that's not
decisions
him.
and have it be okay.
Eric's not rich. Eric's not rich.
Right, he's not that white guy. He's
not
talking
that
about
guy.
the other white meat.
he
not
is
that guy.
rich.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of white people, you can't. They don't wear jeans with holes in them.
Oh my God,
That
here we go.
cost
Eric roll up in the air and
$200.
smack him.
So,
They
Aaron.
dress conservatively. They have small homes.
That's a
and
lie.
they got a lot of money.
So, Aaron,
lie.
please tell us what your take is and what kinds of things have been bothering you the most about
Yeah, what's the worst thing he did, as far as you're concerned,
Don.
besides get elected? What's the worst thing?
You know, the problem is there's just so many. It's hard to keep up. In
Yeah.
fact, since this man has been president, I've said the word hate more than I have in the last 100 days in my entire life.
Stop watching the
Girl.
news.
Aaron, God don't like ugly.
Let me tell you
God
something.
don't-
And
don't do that.
here's another problem I have.
Which
Still
clearly
accepts.
means he has a problem with Trump because what he's doing is not only ugly
Exactly.
in policy, it's ugly in nature. The man lies.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah, yes,
He
does.
lies as the sun rises. He lies for things he does not have to lie about.
He
Thank
does
you.
it so
He
smoothly.
lies.
He does
And
it so
it's
smoothly.
because
Yeah.
I think
It's second
I think
nature.
that, I mean, really seriously, if I'm even going in the Christian, if I'm just going to speak
Girl,
on
let's
faith,
go. Let's
he
go.
needs prayer
Yeah.
because there's clearly something mentally wrong with him.
Can
You
I
can't pray
interject?
for
has
everybody.
a
Can I
disorder.
interject here
Pray for
and let's talk
everybody.
about let's talk about this and let's
not
talk
praying
about
for him. I'm
Christian
gonna say my
people
prayers for real
in this crisis of Christianity.
Pray for myself.
When we're selling out to support someone who stands firmly against all of the principles
And
of Christianity.
exercise. He doesn't like exercise.
Of Christianity. let's talk about the effect of and the
Gonna kill the rest of
this
y'all.
makes evangelicals less credible.
I did a blog on my disappointment in the, I guess you want to call it the conservative right movement, which I am absolutely not a part of, nor do I think it's Christian, even though they go under the guise of Christianity.
He's
This
Christian
man,
now.
like I said, has done things. First of all, he doesn't even know the Word of God.
Thank you.
And that's
Christianity is not
fine,
politics.
but if you
Christianity is
profess
belief.
to know it, he didn't even know Corinthians. It was
Girl,
2
2
Corinthians.
Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. 2
He's
Corinthians
never
walk
asked
into a
for
bar.
forgiveness,
Oh
which
my
is the
God.
tenet of Christianity. You have to come
Exactly.
to Christ and
Everybody
is
not a
humility
great
for
speaker.
forgiveness.
And humility.
He thinks that there's
Everybody's not a great
anything he needs
speaker.
to be-
Is that all you can
It's
do?
not about being
That's
a
all- that's all you
great
got?
speaker. It's
Darryl,
not
I
about
need
being
you
a
to
great
respect
speaker.
that.
It's about
I'm
coming in
saying-
truth.
He did his commencement exercise the other
the man
day.
is a businessman.
Hey,
the
Darryl.
man is
There was nothing
definitely.
as
Hey, Darryl, I
Right,
need you
he's-
No,
Darryl,
he does. The
He's
man
a
is not a
bus- he
businessman.
did-
He does business.
How many
And
times
there's
did he
a
declare
difference.
bankruptcy?
His
Hey,
business
Darryl.
Thank you, Aaron.
fails.
I need you to
He's
He's
respect
running
the
the
guest
country
and
like
don't
he
talk
ran his
over her.
business.
Respect the caller.
I need you to respect the
are
caller and
respecting
don't
the caller.
and don't. I'm talking to Darryl.
Aaron,
He's talking over her.
Aaron, I always tell them to respect the caller. Now they're telling me.
Yeah, we gotta be.
Let's.
No,
Aaron, so what you were saying about Trump and his effect on evangelicals?
Well, like I said, I think that movement is not a Christian movement. I think it is a political movement. And there are a lot of political movements. There's a lot of agendas on the left and the right.
Right.
That is just another agenda. It has nothing to do with Christ. It has nothing to do with
Right.
the Word of God. If these people did care about life,
Yeah.
why aren't they out marching with Black Lives Matter? Why aren't
Exactly.
they just as disturbed when they see a black person gunned down in the street for no reason? Why aren't they doing things about homelessness, about people who aren't receiving health care? Their main they just want to restore what America was from the 50s to the 80s. We're transitioning, we're changing culturally, and
And they don't like
causing
it.
a lot of
They don't.
fear.
It's
It's
too-
causing a
it's
lot of
brown.
fear.
I was-
You know
And
what,
when people
I was
act
speaking-
in fear,
Aaron,
Go ahead.
you know what? I like change, but not
I got some
too
change in my pocket.
drastic.
Wait a minute.
Dave,
Obama put a lot of change on us, and I know that was what
What
what?
change did he put on
Like
you,
what?
Daryl?
it was too much.
Can I
What?
interject?
What?
Like
Then
what?
say some- See, this is the way I
Name
have
three
problems
things.
with people like you. Is y'all talking?
What do you mean, like me?
Because you don't have any examples. You just talk in circles.
No.
It's
Okay,
like
so
saying, "What
let
kind
me-
of ice cream
can
do you
I-
like?" I like ice cream. I don't like going there. Why? I don't know why.
So,
That is bullshit.
Daryl, can you name 3 things that Obama did
Thank
that
you.
were
Thank you, Aaron.
that were deep in change? Name 3.
And hurry up.
Name 2.
Wait a minute.
Name
Why
one.
you? What?
And don't look on the internet.
And here's my issue. Here's my issue here
Exactly.
with that whole.
No, but before we
spiel.
move on, can we just have him answer that question?
He can't.
Name 2 things.
I'm trying
Girl,
to.
you
get-
should
I'm
be
trying-
at those.
I'm
You
trying
should
to
be
get
at those
the-
press
Two
conferences.
things
Don't
that
let him
Obama
off the
did.
hook.
I'm
He
trying to
can't.
get a drink of water, right?
He
Can I?
can't.
Can I
No,
drink my
because
water?
he can't.
Oh Jesus!
But if this is something that truly upsets you, then it's always on your heart. I can name you 2 things about Trump that upsets me. I can name you 10. I can name you 20.
Girl.
You said that Obama caused a lot of policy that was disruptive in nature and caused a great deal of change.
You know what
I'm
he
asking
did?
you to name.
You know what he
okay.
did?
He stayed
Now
black.
listen.
what's
Now
that?
listen.
Obama
What-
do?
what
I
did
No,
he
please.
do?
I voted for Barack Obama, and I worked on his campaign, his first candidacy. When he ran the second time, I said no. I'm
You
not.
still
I
haven't named
switched
2
parties.
policies that he put across.
You haven't answered her
that were-
question. Answer the
That's
question.
not the
Glossed
question,
over the
Daryl.
question.
Answer
He's
the
glossing
question.
over
Can
it.
we please refrain from
Sean
such
Spicer.
condescending dialect?
Sean
You're not the
Spicer.
caller. You're not the caller. We don't have to be respectful to
Sean
you.
Spicer, please answer the
So
question.
Aaron,
Sean Spicer.
now that we found that Daryl is at
No.
a loss.
He
No,
has
I'm
not
gonna
answered
say
the
it.
Daryl has
question.
no argument.
I'm going to say it.
What's
What?
that? What?
Okay, please, Daryl. I'd like to hear.
How much time you got?
Oh come on.
Come on.
I asked for
one
one.
or
You
two.
haven't given me one
Just
thing.
one.
Okay.
All you've been doing is hyperbole.
Ooh.
I don't.
Please.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I
You
don't know what that means.
I knew it. I knew
Spell
it.
that. Would
So
you
I'ma
spell
take it
that
as
for
a
him?
fact.
I told you.
I'm gonna take it as offense.
Aaron, I
I knew
told
he
you.
didn't know what it meant.
Aaron, I told you. And this is
Let
this,
him answer the question.
No, this is
Really,
what
Daryl,
all
you don't
Trumpsters
have-
do.
You don't have 2 things.
This
You
is
don't
what all
have 2 things
Trumpsters
that
do.
you can name.
I'm gonna email
Daryl,
you.
seriously?
Oh no.
I'm gonna email
No.
you.
No, we want to
Wow.
hear this.
Wow.
We want to hear
This
it
is
now.
what they all do. This is
Wow.
what they all do.
I'm surprised he didn't pivot
Wow.
and go into Hillary Clinton or somewhere like
Oh
that.
my God!
Wow.
And this is
Wow.
part and parcel to the problem of the crisis of Trump. Okay,
And Daryl, don't forget the crisis of
Daryl.
Daryl.
he has basically otherized people to the point where he's tapped into hatred and he's tapped into prejudices. And what happens is they call this change. They call this unacceptable. Okay. We're at a place in history. We are the most diverse we have ever been as a nation. Okay.
And that's not going to change.
And it's not. It's only going to get more so. Okay? There's nothing that white people can do to stop the browning of America, period.
I agree with you because they did say that Trump was the white man's last stand. However, there were black people who voted for Trump. One is right next to you.
And you're an idiot.
But
I'm not gonna disagree.
That don't make it right.
Now,
I honestly.
again, with
that-
change.
I
Again,
love
it's
you as a
too much.
person.
It's
I'm going
too
to tell
much.
you this. Daryl, I
Don't
love you
you
as
say
a
it. Don't you
I love you
don't-
as a person.
listen.
Carmen, God don't like ugly.
I love you as a person.
Don't do it,
I'm going
Carmen.
to tell you this. That is the one thing that will stand between us for the rest of our lives.
So me and you we can't become closer because of that.
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not. I can't.
You and I will never
I
agree.
cannot. It's
I don't have to be
this is the
personal.
United
We
States
will
of
be
America.
friends.
Aaron,
I don't
We'll
as
be
you can
friends.
see, things have reached
This
a
is the
certain
United
point
States
here
of
that I
America.
didn't
I throw down the
expect.
gauntlet right there.
Aaron and I talk. Aaron, aren't we okay?
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
I think Aaron hung up.
Hello?
I don't base my friends on their political decisions.
Oh
I
my
have
goodness!
to.
But she paused for a long time though.
I thought she had hung up.
I'm gonna.
I thought she hung up too.
I'm gonna say this, Aaron. It's
Y'all
not.
need to
It's not
stop.
even just the friendship aspect. It's ideologically. You are so polar to where I am. You're the polar opposite of where I am ideologically. If you can form your mind to make it okay to vote for Trump,
I cannot vote for Hillary Clinton. I just couldn't.
then you
Because
should
that
stay
white woman
home.
went
Then
up
you
the
should
stairs
stay
on you.
home.
Because
Then
that
you
lady
should
went up
stay
the stairs
home.
on you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're the
didn't
one.
need you. We didn't need
You're
you.
the one. You're the one.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we let our guest talk, please?
Aaron,
I think she did.
did she?
Oh
I
wow, Daryl. Thanks a lot, Daryl. You didn't respect the caller.
I know it wasn't me.
Yes,
are
it
y'all
was. She was
doing?
pissed. You pissed her off.
Wait a minute. What happened here? I went to the restroom. What happened?
Oh my God, Darryl got our caller to hang up.
And she was such a nice person.
Darryl,
No,
I
think
can't
the
believe
call.
you.
I think the call. We were just disconnected.
No, she hung up because she was.
Oh, she was there for a minute, and then because I thought she'd hung up, but she answered.
Carmen, what do you think happened?
I don't know.
Well,
I love Erin, and I want her to
Eric,
be a guest.
can you tell if she hung up or she
Aaron,
was
you have to
disconnected?
respect the host.
You can't tell.
I want her to continue to support the show, and I love her to death.
Okay, well, you all
say,
or
no,
What
we're
did you say?
we're at an
What
impasse.
did you
I didn't
say?
anything.
You did say something.
we're at an impasse, and I am incensed, and it may have been my fault, and I'm not gonna for that. To Aaron, I'll
Aaron, we're
apologize.
sorry.
To Aaron, I'll apologize.
I didn't say anything,
I won't
so I'm not-
apologize to you, Darryl. Not for that.
I think
I'm
all I'm
innocent.
saying is, it's the United States of America,
Yeah, okay.
where we should have the freedom to be able to vote the way that we want to vote
And
and
you
not be
did.
crucified for it.
And now we're now we're sitting in the
caller
not
hung up.
so United
It's a
States of Trump. Now we're
you.
sitting in the divided states of Trump. We're in the divided states of Trump
I don't
because of
believe
people.
Because of Darryl.
I
Because
know
of
it's
people
terrible. I never seen
that
anything like it.
because of people who decided that it was the lesser of two evils. What you had was a
And now
stateswoman.
Carmen and Daryl are at it. And
You
we
had a
just don't like it.
stateswoman.
We have no more callers.
Erica and I are just sitting here. We
and an idiot.
It's all Darryl's fault. It's
Well,
Darryl's fault.
I think. Can we just admit that did we make? I think we made more progress on this show than we did the last one.
I don't
you
know.
all owe her an apology when
Yeah.
she does call back or when you speak to her
Send
again
some
because
wine.
I don't know.
It wasn't me and it wasn't us.
No, we didn't do anything.
We were good.
We were just sitting here.
I'm at a place where I'm sorry. I can't abide it anymore.
She
And I
said,
wanna be-
"Listen, this is what she said. Hey, there was a lot of static. I got disconnected.
Okay.
And when I called back, I heard a message saying that the line was out of service.
That ain't, no, you typed that yourself and sent it to
No.
yourself. That's not from Aaron. You typed that to yourself.
Listen.
He sent
Thank
that
you,
message
Aaron.
to Aaron.
We
No,
appreciate
we're playing.
you.
That is from Aaron.
We
I'm
do
not-
appreciate you, and I thank you so much for even having input tonight because you are a dynamic woman, and we really, really respect you. It's just at this point we find ourselves at an impasse in terms of where we are as a country. When we have these discussions, Darryl, and I really don't have anything else to do but attack because here's where we are. We've left democracy, even being a republic, aside. Right now, we're under the power of a despot. Okay? And what do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, as my gay friend from Flint, Michigan said,
See.
somebody gonna get killed. He believes that someone's going to get killed. I said, Jimmy, I really hope it doesn't go that far. But he said, when something affects you health-wise this way, where you sit up and you actually cry because of things that have happened and you don't know what's true and what's not true in the news. It's like the Trump news every damn day. No matter what else is going on in the country, they might go off to it for a little. That right there is a
Everybody's
sign that
feeding
things are not
into
normal.
The hysteria
Exactly.
and the sensationalism.
Exactly.
And what's happening in our country is people
Well,
is
because
art
this
imitating
isn't-
art, intimidating art. And what's happening is we're losing education.
Yeah.
And who's losing? Middle class America and poor people, and even people that thought they were rich or someone else is signing their check still. So what's happening is we're losing so much. It's going to take decades to recover from this, and that's the part that bothers me. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat.
Right.
What I care about right now is we need to come together as a country, Darryl. I don't care who you voted for, but I expect you to help me get people to the polls and make changes that are going to affect our children. If not, your children, my children are the same color. They're going to get it the worst. Yeah,
I'm
that
not
has
gonna lie
changed.
to you.
America catches.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But what's
Now,
affecting people is how
Erica-
things are changing. You got somebody in charge of the Department of Education who doesn't believe
Doesn't
in public
love- He
education.
put everybody in charge of a
That
department
wanted to destroy
that
it.
wants to kill it.
That wants to
And
destroy
if
it.
That's
you
what's
can't see
affecting
that,
things. I
if
mean-
you're a Republican, Democrat,
Now,
I don't give
now,
a
Erica,
care.
This uncharted
I have to tell you, I completely disagree in the fact that I don't think that unity is the answer right now because there are
I-
people,
I-
there are certain people In this country,
You have
there's
to
a faction.
mobilize.
There's a faction of people who are anarchists, and they absolutely want to see the destruction.
And those aren't the people you're going to mobilize
Right.
with. But we need to mobilize with the people, and it doesn't matter what color, what
think
race,
for the most part, people,
what sexuality, anything. We need to
Right.
mobilize and get
Now,
ourselves
yes,
together.
I will agree with that. But in
But
terms of,
they're not going to join us anyway.
thank you.
Well, you guys
The
have to
Trump
remember.
tards are not going to get on board.
That's right.
Are you going to be a Trump tard, Darryl? I need to know right now.
You're not supposed to say
Are,
tard.
are you a Trump tard?
You're not supposed to say
The whole
that.
point is,
Are you a
we're-
Trump tard?
She could mean
Y'all are
tardy.
just too much for me. I just can't say.
I'm
We're
gonna
all
walk-
Americans. That's what should matter, because if someone comes for us, they're not coming for us because we're black or white or Republican or Democrat. They're coming for us because we're Americans.
They're
So
coming
everybody-
because Donald Trump invited them.
Yes. And the Russians.
Well, this is all uncharted territory.
We're
Everybody
America
goes,
for a
well, why
reason.
don't they do this and why don't they do that?
if Putin
Because
wants to be
we've
here, he
never
needs
had
to put in
anything
his
like
thing
this
through immigration
before.
like everybody else.
Now listen,
I don't know if I can hang
Erica may call us Erica.
Aaron.
Erica,
I'm on your
Aaron
mind.
may
I'm on
call
your-
us
I'm on your
back.
mind. Ah,
She was
shoot.
disconnected.
Okay.
So maybe we could move to the conclusion of the show, and if she calls back, that'll be awesome.
Well, I'm really upset. I'm going to leave now, if that's okay. I'm going to go.
Well, you know what?
know what?
I'm gonna go.
Y'all ain't gonna work
Let's
like
go.
this.
Let's go to the portion of the show where Darryl has his apology, and we will see.
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
You weren't. You
We'll
won't
see.
say you're not a Trump tard.
We'll see what
You know what?
happens.
Y'all need.
I'm leaving. Excuse me. Watch all that.
Girl, bye.
Oh,
Girl,
hey,
girl,
the
girl,
call, Eric, she's
Felicia.
on.
Felicia.
Caller, you there?
girl.
Yes.
Felicia.
She's
Aaron,
back. She's-
everybody thinks that
back.
you hung up because it was me. Would you tell them that
leaving
me and you are
because
friends
you
and you
are
got
a Trump
disconnected?
tard.
Yeah, the last couple of minutes you guys were going in and out. It was a lot of static, and then next thing you know, it was gone.
Aw.
And when I tried to call back, I received a message saying that the line wasn't working.
Aw.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
yeah, no,
We're
I
glad you're
wouldn't
back.
hang up.
We're very glad you're back. I do want you to speak to some of these issues as far as now Erica was saying, that unity was needed in order to fix a lot of the destruction that's been wrought by someone like Trump. What do you think it'll take to unify this nation after?
I think a great lie was sold to working white class people, and and you'd have to go back to slavery, which I'm not going to just do the full history of it. But basically, at the end of the day, it was at least you're white, and they stopped seeing how much that they have in common. And when working class white people see how much they have in common with people of color, and it's coming. The day is coming because right now there's a huge disparity between, the wealthy and the people
Absolutely.
who aren't making as much money. So we're all going to be pretty much in the same boat.
Absolutely.
And so the divisions or the things that they've used to divide us in the past are no longer going to work. I'm hoping working class white people will see, the scam that this, not that just, it didn't start with this administration.
Right.
This administration is capitalizing on
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
Correct.
That this government, the corruption and big business profiting off of the backs of the working class, and that includes everybody, white people, Latino, blacks,
Right.
just everybody. When people who are disenfranchised get together and let the few things that are different between us no longer separate us,
Yes.
then we will have a voice, and then we can come together and truly change this nation. As long as they keep dividing us on petty things, you're different. That Mexican is taking your job. This person,
Right.
you know what I mean? The ridiculous.
Exactly.
Then they'll keep winning. But it's when we get over that and say, you know what, I have just as much in common with you. You're not getting health care either. Your communities are now being affected by heroin and drugs
Right.
and all these other and meth.
Right.
Then you know what I mean. We'll come together and we'll demand change. But
Now, Aaron, I have a question for you. When do you think Democrats should start? Remember how they had Obama? They showed him in little pieces and parts, and then he grew into something of great stature. Don't you think that it's time for the Democrats to kind of start planting that seed now?
There's a young Kennedy on the horizon, and there's also
There are a lot of grassroots efforts in
Cory
various
Booker.
places across the country where
Absolutely.
they know what they need to do.
I like Cory Booker.
the
I think
Castro
that Hillary
brothers.
dropped the ball in not reaching out
Yeah.
to working class white voters and
Yeah.
took that vote for granted.
Yeah.
And they punished her for it because
Absolutely.
they're hurting right now. A lot of the vote was racial, but a lot of it is because they're hurting and they're not recognized. The coal miners, the people in the Midwest, they feel like the forgotten.
Do you think coal jobs will come back, Aaron?
One of the things. Oh, go ahead.
Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. But he told them that.
But
he told them that.
One of the things that.
But it's the way you say things.
Yep,
It's the
that's
way
right.
and it's the plan that you put forward, and you say, okay, these jobs aren't coming back, but guess what we're going to do?
Yeah, we're going to do
gonna
something
train
else
you
instead.
on some other
Exactly.
job.
One of the
And I see
things
that
that
you're
Trump
hurting, and I'm
did
going to come to your community, and I'm going to find out what you need. I'm going
Exactly.
to listen to your voice. She did not do that.
One of the things that Trump did well was this. Trump did his homework. Trump actually went and hired, these demographic firms who basically gave him a blueprint of what people wanted to hear, and he spoke to it.
And what their beliefs were.
And what their beliefs are. The other side of that is this. When you are fed that lie, it's very hard for people to admit that they were wrong. There are a lot of people who are clinging to Trump because of a notion that they want somebody else to be at fault. And he's given them everyone else as an other to call them so that they can continue to be victims.
But you know what? Trump is his own worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
We almost just have to sit back and let it happen. There are people who voted for him who are already having second thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're seeing that he was all talk and very little action.
Okay,
So
I'll
there's
go with you.
already-
I'll agree with you on that. Okay.
You have Ann Coulter. The other day.
Yeah, she turned cold
came out
just recently.
Of all people.
I
My
know.
goodness. Wow.
I mean, you have
Satan's
people,
handmaiden herself.
That woman is
who
hot.
are saying,
I gotta-
this
She looks like
guy,
Skeletor.
That is my
this
crush.
guy has lied to us, and he sold us a bill of goods that he has no intention on, doing.
Absolutely
Even
not.
that wall. I mean, you can't campaign on a wall and not build it. But he didn't understand how government works. He didn't
Absolutely
understand that there's a Congress. You're not the CEO. You work for the American
And
people.
people.
But he's
And
trying to run
and
his
you have to-
run
but
his
he didn't
presidency.
understand government.
He's trying to
That's-
run
I
his
actually
presidency
think
like
that
that.
after this, we should have a test. You shouldn't be allowed to run for president without taking a civics test. You should
Thank you.
understand and know
And
how
understanding
government works.
that,
Basics.
that was the first thing I noticed about him, that he didn't understand there are three branches of government.
Yes.
I mean, how you going to be president and you don't even know?
I mean, fifth graders learn that.
But he didn't know that.
I threw down the gauntlet with Darryl, and I do have a fundamental problem with people who voted for Trump.
But
And
I can't believe that all that we have been through,
it's gonna,
you and I.
that's going to be a
the thing-
barrier.
I can't believe that.
That's going to be an
I'm gonna tell you
ideological
something.
I
barrier.
feel
Don't
like
let
I'm
me-
on
don't let
Judge
me-
Judy here. Come on
Don't
now.
let me bring the Bible out.
The reason why I say that is this: when you can basically compromise your ideals to a point where you know that you're being conned, and you allow it, and it changes the world.
No one thought that
That's not true.
Trump was
Everyone
running
knew
a
exactly who he was before he started running. He's been on TV for 20 years.
Then why did they vote for him?
Because
Overwhelmingly.
because they want the lie. And no, they didn't vote
It
overwhelmingly
was
for him.
overwhelming.
There were 3
No,
million more
he
people.
lost the popular vote, Daryl.
Yes, he did. There were 3 million more people
It's
who
because
wanted
of the
Hillary
electoral
Clinton to be
college.
the electoral
The
college.
electoral
Thank you.
college is
I'm
what
gonna need
got
you
him
to
over.
understand that.
Aaron,
I
I'm
need
not
you
going to argue
understand
with.
that.
I'm not going to argue with you. You're right, but I'm going to argue with Carmen.
Well, how can you split the two? What?
The issue I have is that the issue I have with people like that is that if you can't admit that you made a bad decision at
They're
this
not going
point,
to.
then there's no hope for the kind of voter you'll be in every situation.
I am going to support whoever the president
That's
is,
not true.
regardless
You
if I
didn't-
don't.
Did you support Barack Obama?
That's a bad illustration.
you?
Why would you bring that
8
up?
years.
Because that
Why
contradicts
would
what
you
you
bring
just
that up?
said.
Because here's the
In
thing.
front of
That
Ramona.
contradicts what he just said.
Exactly. Here's the thing. We had a president who had to be more than exceptional because of the color of his skin.
Who had to deal with dumb shit every single day?
This man
For real.
was more than exceptional in terms of the standard to be president. This man should have been president of the planet if standards were basically what we base this on.
He knew there were 3 branches of government.
He was brilliant. Okay? And now we've gone from that pinnacle of qualification to somebody who shouldn't be a freaking
All I can say
he shouldn't
is
be a bus monitor.
do what you can so so if you're so unhappy, make sure you do what you can so this will never happen again.
I've been
You
writing
got
to my
to plant
Senate.
that seed.
I've been writing to my Senate
that
and my
person
Congress
in-
people every day. What would you do, Aaron?
Regarding what? Friendship?
If you, no, that's a bridge already crossed, honey. I'm talking about
y'all need to stop.
in order to make.
Got my lips all chapped.
In order to make things better in the future,
Oh,
what
would
would
make
you
y'all take
do?
me out for dinner to put up with this crap y'all did here today. Real. Unbelievable. My
what would you
reputation is
suggest?
Well, I
ruined.
actually think that we're affected more by local government than federal government.
Yeah.
So I think that people really need to educate themselves on what is happening and taking place in their own community. Just like what Jeff Sessions is now trying to put forth, bringing back mandatory sentences, states have the opportunity to say, no, we don't want that here.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure the governor of my state, Jerry Brown, is not going to let that happen.
Yeah, I don't think
So
Jerry Brown
we
would.
have to really pay
We're not
attention
sure
to
here in
the
Ohio.
officials that we elect locally. We have a congressional election coming up in 2018.
Right.
Democrats need to be prepared and ready for that.
And they
We
are
need
preparing.
to-
I mean, you see shows where people are talking about what are you doing at the grassroots level, and you're trying to get young people engaged and trying to get people who've never run before. And there are people who have said, "I've never run before."
And what happened was, I think we fell asleep and they sort of gerrymandered the
Exactly.
district
You
lines.
think?
Exactly.
And so
People
now
bask.
you have people, and I'm not going to even say it's just Republicans, Democrats, who's ever in power wants to stay in power
Right.
and does that. This needs to be done fairly so all people are
Yeah.
represented, not just a group of people that you can carve out who think and look and see the world just like you. Because then you're not getting things that benefit all of us. You're not forced to compromise. You're not forced to hear other ideas other than your own.
Right.
Aaron, you make some great points.
Right.
I looked up at the ceiling because there's a fly in here. I don't want you to think I did an Anderson Cooper when you were talking. I'm serious.
I can't see you.
You can't.
But when the video comes
when
out,
it-
don't be
when it
like, "Oh my
comes
God,
out."
did he just look up in the air like Anderson Cooper did?" That was so
He was
disrespectful.
rolling his eyes.
I do.
Well,
want,
Anderson must have forgot
I
he
want
was
to
on
interject
TV.
a couple of things
Well.
that I hope I hope it makes a difference in sharing this. No matter what political stripe you are right now, if you will text 50409, text the word either resist or action item, and you can text and it will create letters to your congresspeople and your senators. So if you want to engage them, you need to call, you need to write letters. You also need to petition for the things that matter to you.
Now, Aaron did march, correct?
Yes.
Because and just I'm gonna finish this out is by saying because your voice matters and collectively your voice matters more. So the best thing that we can do in order to affect local and political change in our power when you don't have the dollars behind it is to organize and to write, to call, to be heard.
To use the people power that folks have, because when the people resist, look at all the town halls they're having where people are coming in large numbers and saying, "Oh, hell to the no."
Right.
You know, and that,
I don't think anybody said that.
Yes, they have.
Well, that's what they meant.
That was on TV. Go ahead.
Why are you putting up a picture of Donald Trump in front of me? What is this about?
It's my desktop on my phone. What?
Oh my God. Thank you, Aaron, for being with us. Tell people where they can get in touch with you. Tell people where they can hear from you.
Talk about your cartoons.
You can check me out at aaronsands.com.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you calling. We appreciate your viewpoint.
And you're the voice of reason. We thank you so much.
This was the most civil political show that we've had thus far. There was no arguing. Not really.
Please.
Not really.
Girl, and girl.
Well, Aaron, it's awesome talking with you. You take care, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a great evening,
Thank
guys.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, so
Okay.
are you going to apologize or what?
I'm going to say
Well, I'm going to apologize.
to the entire
I'm going to
world.
apologize to y'all for thinking that Aaron hung up on me, and she didn't.
She could have.
You know what?
But she didn't.
I would have. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would have.
That made me feel so awkward. I was like,
Wait
oh
a
my
minute.
God. You know when you do
The
something
one-
wrong or you think
You know what?
you was like,
You
did
know,
I?
Yeah, did
you
I
know
do
why?
that?
Do you know
Well,
why?
wait a minute, Miss
Because
Jones.
you feel guilty.
I was like, oh my
I
God.
started to disconnect on Miss Jones.
Now I
just
can't put
because
her
Miss
name
Jones,
in the when we release it. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Miss Jones was going off on some kind of thing, and I was
my
like,
God. Okay.
I was like, let me take these off.
She and Rags.
Oh,
They
God.
on my list.
You should have seen Carmen. Carmen got out of her seat and she was pointing. Why you booked that? Why you? Oh, I was.
What?
I was.
While you were on there, oh my goodness.
I was afraid in a manly way.
Oh my God.
I don't think there should be any wine.
What happens is he gets people on here who are from
Well,
just off the wall. And these ideas.
Well, they have
are,
opposite views, so I kind
Right,
of
that's all. And
understand
we
that.
appreciate
but
all
sometimes their
different-
opposite views is
We appreciate different views.
I do appreciate
full
different
circle.
views, but golly,
Well,
I think we need to drug test people.
no.
starting with the president, really.
Okay.
Well, yeah, let's go on and conclude then.
Well, I tell you what, we want to thank you guys for always participating in our show and watching. We also want to thank all of our sponsors. Ramona, can you tell us what you got going on this weekend?
What am I doing? I'll be at 9 Restaurant at number 9 St. Clair Street on St. Clair, Washington. It'll be me and Mr. Josh Silver. I have a lot of meetings coming up. Let me see, the Women of Toledo. We're doing, I can't say that on air because I forgot about that.
Okay, it's secret.
No, Women of Toledo is cool, but if you see that online, it's a diverse group of women, all kinds of women, all ages, all colors, all religions, all ethnicities, everything.
Beautiful.
And the main point is to make women who come to this country feel welcome and learn about other cultures.
Awesome.
So Women of Toledo is a great group to be in. I was in there when they first started the group.
I might have to get down with that.
You do. You do.
You know, I'm going to interrupt you just for a second, Ramona. Carmen said that there's a divide between us, and I want to let Carmen know.
The two of you?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not
there
in
is
that
no
mess.
divide between us because
Y'all need to work this out.
she has introduced me to some amazing people, and you are one of those people.
Well, thank you very much. But
And
I don't want
mean
you all
that.
to be at each other, be at odds with each other.
And I will continue to do so in spite of.
Well,
To those watching this podcast, didn't you feel like you were watching an episode of Judge Judy or Judge Mathis or
say
Judge
Judge
Alex
Mathis. Judge
or one
Mathis
of
is
those
my
judge
judge.
shows? Even what's her name, Jerry's. Oh my God! Oh
Wow.
Lord! Oh, Steve
know what?
Wilco, really?
you are not the friend. Remember that? Now, what you got going on, Carmen?
You know what? Actually, this weekend I am on a hiatus. I'm getting ready for a show with my metal band Aftermath at Papapalooza, Papa's Tavern on the 27th.
Cool.
Other than that, we just want to thank everybody for helping us achieve we've achieved almost 640 likes on our Facebook page, over 150 likes on YouTube. We want more subscribers. Tell your friends.
I
if
wanna-
you watch it.
I want to tell people there's some friends of mine. They're trying to put together their third. This would be their third year trying to do this jazz festival. They started out at the Ship Museum or whatever. But people always say, I'm going to Detroit. I'm going to Detroit. We actually have some of the Detroit folks coming down here for this festival. So it's going to be at Ottawa Park. I think it's September 9th.
All right.
And anyway, you'll see it online. When you see that, try to support it because a city, again, is only as hip as the people who live in it. So when you say, Toledo's boring or whatever town is boring, that means that the people aren't doing what they should be doing.
Well, when
to
it
lift
comes
their place
in,
up.
if you're not on the show, call in and just remind us.
I ain't thinking about y'all. That's stuff to do.
So thanks to everyone for sharing our posts with their family and friends. And also, please subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. And if you give us a 4.0 or a 5.0, we will shout you out on the show.
Absolutely.
And you can always visit us at www.fullcirclepodcastshow.com. And all our info is there, including ordering my CD, Darryl's book. And I think we ought to put Ramona's stuff up there, too.
Oh, for sure, because she's definitely a friend
And
of the show.
also, anything that you need to find out about Erica's fitness, you can email us at fullcirclepodcastshow@gmail.com for questions, comments, and if you want to be a guest or even a sponsor of an episode. Ramona.
Don't forget about the Great Lakes Arts and Jazz Festival at Ottawa Park, September 9th.
All right. And you can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher. Thank you, and remember, take a stand for something. You have an opinion. Use it.
Use it. I'll be at Mount Zion, Mount Vernon, off the Rock Church.
No, Lord.
No?
No.
Oh,
You ain't gonna play with Jesus.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
I don't believe y'all.
Crime. Let's get it together. Education. Let's get it together. Marriage. Let's get it together. Politics. Let's get it together. Full circle. Poverty. Let's get it together. Race. Let's get it together. circle.